highly anticipated match when Putnam was terrible, and they were like 3-7 on the season.
But it was soccer.
Yeah,
so that is a match.
Right, and so that's the reason why I said that.
Not necessarily highly anticipated, but
right. But that's why I said highly anticipated match, because it just make myself giggle.
It takes you all the way back to 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, you were a natural.
You
were born to do this,
dude. I messed up so many people's names. I felt bad because I can't read.
Well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you hear me. We tried to talk about Hawaii state names the other day. Kauai. Kauai. Whatever. What's Kauai?
Kauai.
Yeah, Kauai. That's what I'm looking for. I can't talk.
Yeah, you really can't.
And they want me to.
And you're a radio man.
And they want me to pronounce people's names. I mean, come on. What are we doing?
What's that about?
What is that about?
So, did you not see, if I ever have that, I always had that with updates. Sports snorts.
Right.
Believe it or not, I used to do what you did.
You know what I've heard?
Yeah.
The best to ever do it.
Not even close.
I've heard that from, I think, 2 people.
Not even close. I'll tell you what, the Fan used to have some pretty kick-ass updates. With me on there and Gavin Dawson on there. He was the champ. That guy was good. And I would always, when confronted with names that I didn't know, I went to great lengths to make sure that I didn't sound stupid on the air. Of course, I've long since abandoned that strategy, as you can tell.
Right.
I mean, I don't care anymore. But back then, when you're up and coming, it's like, man, you want to make sure your S is tight, right? Plus, you only get a minute and a half, an hour. So it's like you might as well, you have all that downtime. You might as well pronounce the name right or whatever. So I would go to great lengths with internet to figure out all the names and pronounce them correctly. You would not do that in high school for your highly anticipated soccer matches? Is that what you're saying?
No, I wouldn't.
You just didn't care enough, Steven.
I just didn't.
You just didn't want it.
And then the people would be like,
enough.
hey, this is how to pronounce my name. And then I would do it correctly the next time.
Well, I guess that's very high school of you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I mean...
Well, maybe check with them,
but it wasn't like a career choice. They just needed someone to do it, and so I just helped out.
You just didn't care enough.
I really didn't.
And you know what? I respect that.
Thank you.
That's fine. It happens.
I mean, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have cared in this. Then I could have been a big PA guy.
You could have. You could have been Jason Swigard before Jason Swigard became Jason Swigard.
Dang, man.
Now that's a guy. Well,
he works at it.
Yes. He's good at it.
He is.
He makes sure he's on point with name pronunciations. And
I've been to Hops games, and he is very good at it.
Rolling his R's. Well, it wasn't meant to be for you.
No. That's why I just push buttons
And now look at you.
The big dum-dum back here.
What a star. On the radio. Going to Vegas.
Hey!
It's good stuff. Stephen Vaughn is his name, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Isaac, and Stephen Vaughn today. Tomorrow, Brandon will be back. Thursday and Friday, you'll hear us in Vegas, and then Soup's back next week. He's in Hawaii. I was just talking to Luke, man. Luke used to live in Hawaii, and he used to live in Lahaina. And, of course, Lahaina hit by the fire a couple years ago, big fires. He just went back there, and he showed me some pictures. Boy, I tell you, they have not rebuilt much in Lahaina. It is quite sad to look at the pictures of what's left of Lahaina, which was a great little town in Maui. So Suk he's on the island of Kauai, the cool, chill vibe island up north.
That fits him pretty well.
Yeah. So
cool and chill.
He'll be back next week. So we have to start with some devastating celebrity news. We have a death, and it is a big death. It is a monumental death of an American icon. And I speak of none other than the great Dolly Parton. She has passed away at the age of 80. Now, we've talked about Dolly many times on this program, but I feel like we need to hit Dolly hard today, because what?
I just hit her hard. I just thought it was...
Let's hit her hard.
Thought it was funny.
She was a legend, Stephen, an absolute legend. Now, I don't know. You're 39. You have any memories of Dolly Parton? Other than her boobs?
Yeah, just basically.
Well, listen, I got to tell you, the up tops, Dolly Parton's up top. So Dolly Parton taught.
They were great.
They were great.
They were great.
But And she knew how to flaunt those babies.
Yes.
Okay. But she taught a lot of women and young women many, many things. Still does. Will still. Posthumously, I guess is the word I'm looking for. She's amazing. But she also taught young boys something. In that when you
what
are
their body is. Does?
Well, I'm a 50 well, there's that.
Oh.
I'm a 51-year-old male. So when I was growing up, like Dolly was monumental in the 70s and 80s. So when I'm growing up, Dolly Parton's up tops, like you couldn't miss them. Like you're a young horny boy, you're like, "Oh my God, look at those things." Okay, well what Dolly taught us though is that it like TNA either had to be trashy and slutty or you didn't show it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like It was just like Madonna was just trashy. She was edgy and trashy, and that was her bit. Dolly worked them bumpers and she worked them well, but yet she also taught us that just because she showed cleavage doesn't mean she's slutty and trashy. She was classy as hell. And she was the one, and I don't know how many guys out there listening to this agree with this, if you're in my age range, she was the one that taught us that. We're like, wait a minute. And I don't think she ever geared down. I think she was in Playboy, but she wasn't nude. She
didn't show off the goods.
No, she never did. She was always very classy and sexy, but never geared down, and was always like, she rode that line. And she taught us young men that, hey, wait a minute, you can be sexy and talented?
Paved the way for one Isaac Robb. Yeah. One young Isaac Robb.
Yeah, and now look.
I know.
And now look at this.
And you don't even have to show off your up tops.
Look at this. Well, there was a time when I had to show off chest meat. Not anymore. You know, Dolly covered up later in life. You know. Did. But she was still she looked amazing. She was just out like 4 days ago saying, hey, I'm going to step away for a while. So, you know, I don't know if that was AI, but...
yeah, no, legend. That's the thing. And then, because you're right. Because talent was just undoubtedly, unquestionably, awesomely talented. Like, unbelievably.
Multi-talented.
Yeah.
And now let's get into that part. Look, I don't mean to make it all about her boobs. I'm just telling you, as an impressionable... it was a big deal back in the day.
Right, and it paved the way, I think, for others like Pam Anderson. Like, you talk about yours as Dolly Parton. Like, Pam Anderson was the one for me when I was a kid in the mid-'90s, where I'm like, whoa, like, those are giant boobs, and they're just out. And I'm going to look at them and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, let's learn about life.
She paved the way for Pam, which is great.
She did, and Morgana. Do you remember Morgana, or are you too young? So she was the one with the giant balloons that would run onto baseball fields and kiss players.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know that.
Morgana, the kissing bandit.
I do know that.
She was doing bits before everyone was doing bits.
She was the first bit getter.
But Dolly was never doing bits. Dolly was just using what the good Lord gave her, and that helped her cause. But my God, that woman did everything.
Well, especially in that time, because you had to be, like you said, to show off your body like that, but then to actually get credit for being talented, like you had to be unbelievably talented, because most people would be like, oh, you're like you said, you're just trashy because you're showing off your body because you're not talented. Well,
that's right.
No, we recognize the body's great, but we're also recognizing the talent that is, gleaming through.
Did you ever watch 9 to 5?
No, didn't.
So 9 to 5 was a great song, but it was also a movie that she starred in, and she won all kinds of awards for it. And a lot of it was about the fact that guys were, it was her in the workplace, and guys were looking her up and down, and she stood up to all that. Like, she was a pioneer.
Yeah.
An absolute pioneer. Multi-talented, classy, tough, really smart businesswoman. My God, she had her own theme park. Giving.
Dollywood, yeah.
Yeah.
Dollywood.
Honest. She had it all. She was an absolute model woman. And perhaps the most famous up tops of all time. I mean, I would say her, Morgana, maybe Pam, maybe Phoebe Cates. I don't know.
Wonder what AI will tell me. I'll ask.
Yeah, see what they say.
I'll ask with pictures, though, first.
But
who are the famous up tops with pictures? Thanks.
She grew up, if you don't know her background, she grew up in a small house in Tennessee that didn't have running water. It didn't have electricity. It didn't have anything. And it was small, and there were 12 kids. It was her parents, and she was one of 12. and they were all sleeping in the same room, which is crazy to think that the parents did it 12 times in that room.
That sounds terrible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Awful. 12 kids.
So she came from nothing.
Came from absolutely nothing.
She came from nothing, and she ends up, she's at the Grand Ole Opry at the age of 12. So all she had really, I remember seeing interviews with her, all she had was music. So she just always loved music, and she ends up writing over like 3,000 songs, which is like a song a week for over 50 years. I mean, she's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's in the Songwriting Hall of Fame. She's in the Country Hall of Fame. I mean, I don't know what more you could say about a true American legend, a true American icon that you could say about Dolly Parton.
You want to hear what ChatGPT ranks top 10 most famous female boobs ever?
Top 5.
Okay. Number 1 is Pam Anderson.
Wow. Okay.
Number 2, Marilyn Monroe. Number 3, Jane Mansfield. 4, Dolly Parton. 5, Sofia Vergara.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That seems a little high.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But Dolly 4.
6 through 10. 6 through 10.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Salma Hayek, Christina Hendricks, Kim Kardashian, Scarlett Johansson.
Hayek. Okay. Morgana, not on the list.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know that I agree with this list.
Yeah. Well, what about, could you make a case for Janet Jackson with the famous...
That's like the most famous boob ever.
Yeah.
Like the one.
Yeah.
But if we're talking plural boobs, maybe not.
Yeah.
We're talking just one.
Yeah,
like
different
Elvira.
Category. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah. Oh, Elvira, that's good. Yeah, very good. Yeah, so, look, Dolly, truly amazing. Her dad couldn't read and write, and he was a farmer. And so she started, after she got really famous, made a bunch of money, she started a library that gave kids a book a month until they were 5. So a kid would get 60 free books from her library. And that library grew so big that they are now estimating that 1 in 7 kids in the United States receive books from it.
Oh, wow.
Like, she's just incredible. Her hits, 9 to 5.
Jolene.
Islands in the Stream is right up my alley from my era. But yeah, Jolene from the 70s, and I Will Always Love You. A lot of people think that's Whitney Houston. It's not. It's Dolly Parton. And apparently she wrote I Will Always Love You and Jolene. She wrote those on literally the same day. So she was on, so she grows up with nothing. She's really talented though, gets on the Grand Ole Opry, and what really catapulted her, and then by the way, she got married shortly thereafter to the guy, he died last year, Carl Thomas Dean, who no one can pick out of a lineup because he was never out in public. He was just really private. And so they married in 1966. She was like 18 years old. So she's on the Grand Ole Opry. She gets married. She goes on the Porter Wagner show. And that's what really vaulted her into fame. She sort of splits from that guy because he wasn't as famous and she was just better. And so she goes and gets famous, and then she writes I Will Always Love You. A lot of people think it's a love song. It is not. What she is saying is I will always love the Porter Wagner show for giving me my start. That's what I Will Always Love You is about. So she was the number 1 radio artist from 1967 to 1993.
Sheesh.
Think about that. That's how
26 years.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
Incredible. Got a couple texts coming in saying that they get the books. Their kids get books from Dolly every month. Yeah.
Still. Okay. Yeah.
So they say it's lovely. What a good thing.
Millions and millions of books, and think about that. Like,
so talented,
illiteracy,
talented, beautiful, and
yes,
a good
smart
person that helps people out.
Yeah.
Total package. Total package.
She had it all. Very tough too. I wouldn't mess with her.
No, and you're right. Tough because come from nothing. I mean, the background is awesome. Like, I love those type of stories. I always hear those in athletes, how they come from nothing, and basically that's the only way they could get out. Like, that's the same type of thing. Like, this is how you get out of that trend.
And then
the cycle
to do such great things with it. And oh, by the way, married to the same guy from 1966 to last year.
And just her presence, because I remember this was a couple years ago. She performed with Miley Cyrus.
Cowboys. Wasn't that halftime Thanksgiving?
It might have been something like that, but this was like an actual event that me and Coach Val were just watching for some reason, and Dolly came on, and it just took over the entire stage, and we were just watching on TV. We're like, this is amazing.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Just her vibes,
and hot to the last day, man. Just a titan Absolute Titan. So she will be missed. Now, here's the thing. We're going to get into some sports coming up next, but I want to play something for you. Do you have it?
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay, good. Oh, wait. I can play it then. Is that what you're saying?
I can play it too.
Oh, there it is. Okay, no, I'll fire it up. Okay, so I wanted to play this. So I thought it was worth playing because Dolly Parton was someone who was so thoughtful about the things that she said, and every time you saw her, she was so polished, and she was so thoughtful about pretty much anything she did. And that even applies in her passing, which I find so very Dolly Parton. So I thought this was a great way to go out. If you didn't see it, I'm going to play it for you now. It's only about 2 minutes. And if there is such a thing of going out in a great way, this is the short video message that was on her social media this morning that alerted all her fans of her passing. So for a visual, just picture he's a bald guy. Sorry, Stevie. Finely manicured white beard. He's in a suit, no tie, pocket square, looks sharp. He is standing in front of a plain black background. Give it a listen. R.I.P. American legend and super icon of the gays, by the way. The gays love Dolly Parton. The great Dolly Parton. Sports commence next.
Should have done it for the gays.
Hey everyone, my name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, sister, sis, Aunt Granny to one generation, and Gigi to the next. This video announcement is something Dolly asked of me years ago, before I fully absorbed it as a future reality. As her head of security for more than 2 decades, a role my father Larry held before me, I have imagined the heaviness of this moment, but haven't truly felt it until now. It is an honor that is mixed with absolute pride and great sadness. But sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. I first went on the road with Dolly as a kid, getting a taste of the road life in the early 1980s. Dolly opened doors not just for me, but for her entire family to reach the potential we didn't even know was possible. Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family whether you liked it or not. Our family and the team she has entrusted with her legacy will work diligently to ensure her spirit will live with us forever. Dolly was a farmer, just like her daddy. He farmed the soil, she farmed songs and happiness. Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, Aunt Granny, Gigi. May God bless Dolly Parton, and may God bless you all. She will always love you.
From the Ponderosa.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Big Ten Conference. They have passed a rule that will stop players returning from the NFL and then playing for one of the schools in the conference. So any player that has declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw and then appeared on an NFL roster or signed a contract with a pro league cannot return and be on a Big Ten roster. The Big Ten's athletic directors unanimously approved this rule. One of those guys is Anthony Hankerson, and Oregon State head coach Jamarcus Shepard said today that they are trying to work with Anthony Hankerson and his representatives to try to bring him back to Corvallis. Hankerson just got waived by Seattle on Monday. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase, he said he is fine after hyperextending his left knee during practice today. Said if he had to play a game on Wednesday, he definitely could. And Portland Fire, they are in action tonight, taking on the Dallas Wings in Dallas. Fire 8.5-point underdogs. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
And 1080 AM, The Fan.
You know, a listener brought it up on the text line, and I think it's a good idea. Perhaps we cut Brad Boxberger, because Lord knows he's used to that. And we call it the Part and Prattle. The opening segment, normally our Brad Boxberger opening prattle, shall henceforth be named the Pardon Prattle.
I don't hate it because you're right. Brad Boxberger sure knows how to get cut and released. He had his time. He had a run here on Primetime, but we're done with him. We don't need him anymore.
He's out.
He's out. And you know what? It's the least we could do for old Dolly there.
I think that's right.
I think that is right. I think Suk would actually be really on board with it too.
The Part and Prattle.
Yeah.
It shall be.
All right.
I'll put it in the notes.
Love it.
So yesterday we spoke of the favorites to be the first NFL quarterback benched. And that would be, well, the odds-on favorite now is Deshaun Watson because everyone hates him, even Browns fans, which we love.
We love that everyone hates him.
You know, is there a worse, like if you now tack on the Deshaun Watson situation to the Browns' history, are they the worst franchise in all of sports?
It has to be.
Now, they do have titles from way
We don't count
back.
those.
Oh, we don't count those.
Do we?
Well, some people would, because they did occur.
I know they did.
But they occurred before the NFL.
Right.
So there is a history.
They're up there for sure.
Dude, what franchise is worse? Now that the Lions are actually pretty good.
And like the Clippers are somewhat compatible.
Ballmer brought the Clippers back.
With a brand new arena.
It's got to be the Browns. They're such a joke.
Even
when they're good, they suck.
The NBA, the worst franchises are probably like the Pelicans. They're pretty mundane. Nobody cares about them.
Okay, but I think there's a difference between nobody cares and an absolute dumpster
that was kind of my point. Is like, nobody cares about it. Where the Browns, we care about them, and they suck.
The Browns are
like the fact that the Browns have a history makes it so they are worse.
Yeah,
Like they had Bill Belichick as their coach.
Yeah,
and they get rid of him. Like they just suck.
And they bring in Deshaun Watson. The latest. I mean, it's just a latest in a long line of just, oh my God, the Browns. Well, you have the Ernest Biner thing, and just
a lot of it.
I think they're the worst in all of sports.
Because I can't really think of another one.
There's got to be something in the water. Like if Tom Brady, at the height of his Patriots powers, if Tom Brady went to the Browns, is there any doubt he would just suddenly suck?
Like he goes there after he retires for the Patriots. Instead of going to the Bucks, he goes to the Browns.
Yeah. He would suck.
He would suck and they would suck.
Yeah. Because that's what's in the water in Cleveland. I don't know what it is. So now everybody hates Deshaun Watson. The fans are booing him. He's mad at the fans. He sucks. They still have to pay him like $170 million. It's absolutely obscene. But he's the favorite, 1-1. Tua, who is now in Atlanta, 2.5-1. Michael Penix is his backup. Geno Smith, 3-1. Kirk Cousins, 3.5-1. Of course. And Geno's backup is Klubnik. I think.
Yes.
What I'm getting at here
He
is...
he was drafted by the Jets.
Well, I was preparing already. I'm getting ahead of the game and preparing for the backup quarterback game for when Suk gets back. And I got to tell you, man, this may be one of the poorest set of QB2 and QB3s we've ever had.
Ooh.
Well, if you think about it, so as it pertains to first quarterback benched, doesn't it matter who the backup is?
Yeah, because you would think that it has to be someone with somewhat potential. Like, you're not going to just bench a terrible player for another 100%. Terrible player.
So Watson at 1-1, I don't love that because, one, they got to pay him anyway, so they might as well play him, and two, Shedeur Sanders sucks.
Yeah, but people want to see Shedeur. And so the fact that people want to see it, you have to kind of prove that he can't play because there's a lot of people that think he can play.
Well, and you have the whole everybody hates Deshaun. You might even be forced to sit him.
Right. But I think the fact that they have Shedeur would help that because people want to see him play.
People do want to see him, but he's not any good. We've seen enough of him. Haven't we?
I have. You have. I think a lot of fans have not, and they want to see him.
Well, anyway. Brissett.
Stinks.
But
again, they got Carson Beck, so I want to see what he can do.
4.5-1. Kyler Murray, he won't get benched.
No.
For J.J. McCarthy?
Well, I saw someone posted today about the Vikings practice, and Carson Wentz and J.J. McCarthy split backup reps today. Yeah. So, might be Carson Wentz.
I mean, I got to be honest with you, and Carson Wentz is terrible. But if Kyler Murray went down,
Carson Wentz is playing.
I think I'd have more confidence in Carson Wentz than J.J. McCarthy.
Well, especially if they played a couple games and they're 3-2, like they've actually won a couple games. You're not turning that over to J.J. McCarthy.
Carson Wentz is another one. He's a bit like Deshaun Watson. What the hell happened to him?
He tore his ACL.
Terrible. Well, I know he got hurt, but so did Deshaun Watson. But they just were good, and then they weren't.
Because he was going to be the MVP.
Yes.
That year with the Philadelphia Eagles,
and was never the same.
No. Yeah. What did happen to him?
So weird.
Was he messing around too?
What does that mean?
We just don't know.
Blake Bortles happened to him.
Oh, Blake.
Then you have let's see, Malik Willis, Bryce Young, who I think is still backed up by Andy Dalton.
I don't think he's getting benched, is he?
I doubt it. And then Jackson Dart, which I don't think that's a bad one.
Yeah, you like that one.
Well, the only reason I like that one is because, one, there's a new coach. You don't know how he feels about the quarterback. And two, I was thinking, and this leads me to my question, and it's an honest one, who is the best backup quarterback in the NFL this year?
That is a good question.
There are not a lot of great candidates. Here, I'll give them to you.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco's in Cincinnati.
Okay, he's fine.
He is fine. He's probably the best.
Yeah, he's fine.
Mac Jones.
He had a couple of good games with the Niners. But if he wasn't with San Francisco, would we think he's good? Because he was on Jacksonville as the backup, and no one thought he was anything.
Exactly.
So it's like he was Shanahan. He has a couple of games now. We think he's actually solid. So I mean, he's a good backup quarterback, I'd say.
We have Davis Mills, who I think is pretty serviceable.
He's fine. Yeah, he won. He kept the Texans afloat last year.
Yeah. You have Penix. I mean, do you think he's the best? He's not.
No, we just don't know what he is. Still,
Jameis Winston, and that's what leads me to Jackson Dart. Is Winston? I don't know. I could see it where the coach is like, man,
I just don't trust this young guy.
This young guy keeps getting concussions. He's not doing what I'm saying. Like, John Harbaugh's pretty buttoned up.
Right, that's the thing.
Winston's, he's a lot of picks.
He is not buttoned up.
A lot of picks.
I think both those quarterbacks John Harbaugh's going to hate.
I mean, exactly. Have I named the best backup quarterback yet? That's
Mendoza.
Is he?
I don't know.
Can you say that? I mean, he hasn't looked very good.
No, he hasn't. But
here's one. What about this? What if the best backup in football this year is Ty Simpson?
That could be true. Because he's looked good. And you trust him with McVay. That's the big key. It's just like Mac Jones. You trust him with Shanahan. I could kind of trust McVay with anybody, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too.
And so it's like Ty Simpson has shown some stuff in the preseason, and then you put that with McVay. I would trust it.
They have.
I can't put him at number one though.
Well, then who? Okay,
not at this moment.
So who is the best?
Justin Fields?
No, he's terrible. But of course, with Kansas City, he'll probably be decent.
It's probably Flacco.
It might be
because the thing about Flacco though, you can put him in any situation and he'll be fine.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Right, like you could throw him right away with any team, any franchise, and he'll probably figure it out after a couple days because he's so old and such a veteran. Like, I think Flacco might be my top pick. Because Jarrett Stidham sucks. We saw what he did in the AFC title game.
Yeah, he's no good.
He's terrible.
I mean, Cousins isn't a backup.
Right, that's why I said Mendoza.
Yeah.
If Cousins was the backup, it might be Cousins.
Drew Lock get any love?
No, he's fine.
He's all right.
He's all right, yeah. I mean, he's good. Gardner Minshew.
No. Now we're getting down the list, I think.
Yeah.
So I think the best backup is either
Trubisky.
Buffalo.
He's a fine backup.
Here, I got a list here.
Like, I think Trubisky's okay.
Well, they're all. I mean, you could make the case they're all okay.
Right, but
The question is who do you want? If your quarterback goes down, you can pick any backup quarterback. Who is it?
I think it's Flacco.
Flacco is number 1 on the Sports Illustrated list.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too.
Mac Jones is 2. Tua is 3, but he's going to probably start. Winston and Mendoza. Those are your top 5. I mean, that's pretty weak. And then you go to Spencer Rattler?
Mariota?
God. Mariota? Yeah.
Tyler Huntley?
I've always liked Snoop, but no.
Trubisky's actually with the Titans now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Who's the backup in Buffalo?
I'm looking
Don't
here.
say Nathan Peterman.
It is Kyle Allen.
Ooh.
DeVito.
Where's he?
He is with the Patriots.
He backs it. That's their backup?
According to the Sports Illustrated article. Better hope Drake May doesn't get hurt. I know a lot of people are down on Drake May this year. Better hope he doesn't get hurt. You have to go to Tommy DeVito.
You know, the Fields thing is interesting with Andy Reid.
Right. That's why I kind of brought him up.
Yeah, it's not.
Tyrod Taylor.
It's intriguing. Tyrod where's
he's with the Packers.
Packers, okay. No.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's been what is he, 60?
Well, it's Joe Flacco. He's 80.
He's 90. Flacco's 41.
That's wild.
And you're right. I think he is the best back.
See, that makes it so he can't be the best one if he's 41 years old.
Ooh, Drew Aller. What if he's the best back?
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah,
Will Howard. All the Steelers backups.
God, so many crappy quarterbacks.
The Steelers have a bunch of bad quarterbacks as their backups. That's it.
Yeah.
And starter.
So who's your vote? Best, or I mean, not best, but you mentioned Flacco. You think is the best backup?
It's probably Flacco.
Who gets benched first?
I think Deshaun. I think that texter that texted yesterday, or he messaged you, that said he could get benched by week 3, which is the Browns' opening game in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. If he comes out and he has 2 bad performances, with the hate that he already has and the heat that he has on him, the fans already hate him in Cleveland. I think it would actually create a buzz if you said, well, he's benched, Shedeur Sanders is going to start. I think it could actually rally that fan base.
It's a rock solid theory because they're at Jacksonville and they're at Tampa.
And they're going to get whooped more than likely.
If they lose those 2 games, they're coming home. The Boo Birds are going to be ready and waiting.
Because the season's over. Technically the season's pretty much over for them already, but if you go 0-2 and you're coming home, I mean, the season's over for the Browns.
Yeah, the Boo Birds are going to be ready for him, and they may say, look, we can't even run him out there. It's been so bad. We're 0-2.
Yeah.
And then Shedeur Sanders is going to be like the hero.
Which is
everybody's going to love him.
Which is really sad.
And it is, and they're going to set him up to fail.
But it would create a buzz with that fan base. Like, that would give them something to cheer for and something to be excited for and say, well, at least we don't have to cheer for Deshaun Watson. Like, we suck already, but we don't have to cheer for a sexual predator.
Well, maybe the Browns are smart enough to realize 0-2, Watson still sucks, and they come home for their home opener, and they realize, maybe they're smart enough to realize they just can't put him out there.
And also, I mean,
in front of the home fans.
Realistically,
and subject themselves to all that.
Aren't the Browns more likely to win if Deshaun Watson's starting? Over Shedeur?
Over Shedeur? Yeah. I think Watson gives them a better chance to win.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. You start out 0-2, and then you start Shedeur, and now you're really tanking to get the first pick of the draft, which, that's what you want.
Yeah, and then, you pull the chute and suck for the duck.
Then you go draft Arch Manning.
Dante Moore. Suck for the
CJ
duck.
Carr, actually, that's the guy.
Carr could be a top 5
Carr
guy.
should be the guy.
Yeah. All right, we have big PGA Tour news. That's right. I'm getting golf in next. I see the sales team's been hard at work again. Barely had time to go pee. Another 20-minute segment. You want another Parton prattle? God, it's unbelievable. What's going on in there?
I don't know.
An Odyssey station.
Paloma.
Watch this, Berm.
By the way, we have owner news today.
Yes, we do.
Big time owner news. It's great.
It is.
Here, I'll play a little bit. Hold on. See what I can do here before I get to golf. I have golf. I got to talk golf here.
You have to.
Something cool happened. Where is it? Something cool happened in golf, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Here it is. Okay. Oh, wait. We only have the long one right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
So Kwanzaa Jones. Do your homework and look up Kwanzaa Jones, and we'll get to Kwanzaa later. Okay. So this is a big deal.
Because I haven't put it in yet because I'm literally trying to get the song that she wrote.
Yeah, she wrote
a song.
What owner? Give me another owner who has come out to her introductory press conference after she bought the team and her husband.
Tom Dundon would never.
That comes out to her own song that she wrote for the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, has that ever happened?
No.
Because that's what Kwanzaa did. Ms. Jones. Paloma. You think Jerry would do that? He'd be like
I think Jerry, he
might.
mariachi
Yeah, he
legend.
might.
He's a mariachi legend. Yes, he would, actually. I actually think he would.
He
and he would
actually
love
might.
it.
Yeah.
He actually would, yeah.
No, but Kwanzaa, she bought the Padres, her and her husband. What's funny about it is when they announced that the Padres were sold, they only mentioned the husband's name. But then you come to the press conference, or you see all the press conference clips, and it's all her. It's all the wife.
He is not. He
no,
is not the owner.
dude,
he is not the face or anything.
She has become the face of the Padres instantly.
As it should be.
Instantly.
Yeah.
And she's wild, and we're going to play her audio later, but I guess she was like a musician, or I don't know, an artist.
Yeah.
I don't know. She may just be a rich person cosplaying, as Suk likes to say, but she seems like she's pretty talented. She wrote the song for the Padres and played it over the loudspeaker for 3 minutes before she entered in today's press conference.
How would you feel if you were covering that?
Covering it? What do you mean?
Like you're at the press conference. And you just hear that
covering it,
music
yeah.
blaring. You're like,
Boy, I
what
tell
is
ya.
happening here?
First of all, I hate press conferences.
Right.
They're awful. So if I am sitting there waiting for her to come out and she is stalling by blaring her own crappy Padres rap or whatever it was, you better believe my blood's starting to boil. But then I got to tell you, she might have saved the day when she came out there and started talking. I liked her. Thought she was great. You'll hear her later.
Yeah, give me some golf news. What's this golf news?
Bro.
I don't believe it. I don't believe there's golf news.
And it's actually good golf news.
That can't be true. TGL coming to Portland?
TGL, no, not coming to Portland. They played in Florida it doesn't go anywhere. Although we could get our own team and just have random guys on the TGL Portland team that aren't from Portland or have no ties to Portland, much like all the other teams. But
so that's what I want.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. If they did, I'd get gear.
So TGL is the simulator golf league started by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. We could pick 4 golfers, or 5 or whatever, to be on the Portland team that plays in Florida on the simulator every week.
I feel like you like the TGL like I like the WNBA. You're like, yeah, it's 4 or 5 or something. I don't know. Players on the team.
TGL's great. I liked it.
Right, but it's just like you ask you in-depth questions of just like, hey, how many people on the roster? I don't know, 4 or 5?
I think it's 4.
Yeah. How many games left in the WNBA? I don't know.
12.
Sure.
Who the Fire playing tonight, you say?
They got Dallas tonight.
Ooh, that is a big one.
8.5-point dogs on the road.
Oh, really? Fudd's, she's already on the...
Fudd's out. Num, num, num.
You gobbling?
Probably not, actually, no.
Why? They've been playing well. Our Fire.
They have. They blew their last game. I think I'm out.
Have you made money on the Fire this year?
I would say yeah. Definitely. Not fading them, though. It wasn't by fading them, which is what I thought. I thought we were going to be able to fade them all season. That is not the case.
Our bit started pretty poorly, to be honest.
Very poorly.
They did not want to tank.
They really didn't.
And they still don't. They still don't.
No, they're like they're the 9 seed.
And now they have Rose.
It can't be stopped.
Who has more spunk and pizzazz, Rose or Kwanzaa Jones?
Ooh, good question. See, if the Padres now, if they were smart, they're bringing out a new mascot. Yeah. Sassy Padre.
Sassy Padre. Mm. All right, so here's the golf news. You ready? The PGA Tour has announced that it will change its championship format. So if you don't know, and you probably don't, right now they are in the PGA playoffs. But no one really cares because no one really understands it. And it's basically down to it's the final 30, and they're playing at East Lake outside of Atlanta. They do it every year. And then the winner wins the Tour Championship, and he wins like $8 gajillion. Okay, well, they know that no one really cares about the Tour Championship. I mean, they even somebody asked, it was Pat McAfee, I think, had Scotty Scheffler on the other day, and he asked him, he said, when you're practicing, doing your thing, being all golfy, are you thinking about the majors, or are you thinking about the FedEx Cup, the Tour Championship, which is going on right now? And he's like, oh, I'm not going to lie, it's usually the majors. But there's a lot of money on the line, so the big boys are out there, and it's the top 30 for the year, and they're competing this weekend in Atlanta. Now, it used to be that they would do this dumb thing where, because it was just one tournament, they would stagger, like the number one ranked player would have a 10-shot lead to start the tournament over the number whatever, 2 player, whatever it was. I can't remember how they did it. It was so convoluted, and it was really dumb, and no one could follow it. So they got rid of that. Now the winner of the tournament this weekend is the Tour champion. Just got to beat the top 30 through 4 rounds at East Lake. Okay, well, they have now changed it. And this is where LIV comes in, because LIV is as big of a dumpster fire as LIV was, and it is probably going away. And it sounds like Jon Rahm killed it, because Jon Rahm is likely coming back to the PGA Tour next year. He's working with them right now to work out a deal. You're going to get Jon Rahm and Patrick Reed back on tour. I don't know about Bryson, but that money that was coming in to save LIV and invest in LIV, it was dependent upon Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau, those 2 main big boys, staying, and it sounds like Jon Rahm doesn't want to, and so that money may be going away, which is why you're hearing that LIV is probably just going
Which is what it should be. If I'm going to invest in LIV, I better get the best golfers that are a part of LIV.
Yeah, you can't invest in LIV without Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau. There's nobody else worthwhile out there. So Liv, I will say, it was a mess, and it was ugly and almost unnecessary in a way, but it did shake loose some. It shook the PGA Tour up to where now I think it's going to be a better tour because Liv came onto the scene. I mean, some of the gripes and complaints from the Phil Mickelsons of the world were correct. And the PGA Tour, much like the Blazers, they were fat and sassy. So you can relate to this as, Blazers like the only game in town. And of course, there's the Timbers and Thorns and stuff. But for the longest time, it was only Blazers, and they didn't have much competition. They could do whatever they want. And they could tell you whatever they wanted. And you were going to go and buy their tickets and watch the team because it's the only show in town. PGA Tour had that. They were fat and sassy, and Liv called them out on it, and now they're improving their product. So 2028, they have announced that there is a new championship format, and here's what it will be like. This is way easier to understand. It's way easier to follow. It is TV friendly. So they will go from 90 players once all the tournaments in, the majors are over, you got the top 90. They will play in a 72-hole stroke play tournament that determines the final points list. The top 32 advance to match play. And match play is wildly entertaining, way better for TV. So the top 90 players keep their tour cards for the next year, and they get into that tour series finale. Top 32 from there go to match play. Week 1 of match play, they pare it down to 16. So it's 8 groups of 4 players, and the top 2 guys from each group advance to week 2, which is the final week of match play. And they're all 16. So think of it as like the Sweet 16, or like think of it like World Cup format or March Madness format. 16 players remain, and they play matches over 4 days until they get down to 2 guys in a championship match. Now, the final championship standings is not who wins match play. It will be determined by the individual player records across all 4 days of matches. So, in other words, they all keep playing over all 4 days. But no more East Lake. They're going to rotate great courses, different courses. It's World Cup format. It's March Madness format. It's good for TV. It's good for fans. I don't know why they have to wait until 2028 to start it, but they're going to wait till 2028 to start it, and it's awesome. And as a golf fan, I can't wait to watch it.
You're right. They should get it started as soon as possible.
Yeah, because this is stupid. What they're doing right now is stupid.
Yes, as a casual golf fan who will tune in for the majors when there's big time names that are in the race, like that's when I start watching on the weekends. Like I will watch for certain matchups. And it improves the betting aspect, which I think is so big in sports. I know betting is a problem. Gambling can be a problem in sports, but guess what? That's how you become more and more popular. When more people can actually gamble on your stuff and can understand what it is. Betting on golf is a little it's tough to understand sometimes if you don't do it all the time. Like you gotta kind of understand. Oh, what's a 3-way bet? What's it called when they all tie? I can't think of what it's called now. I can't even think what it's called. If you bet on like a top 20 and there's seven guys that finish
aggregator
20, if there's 7 guys that finish 20th,
right,
you get part of your payment back. Like it's very difficult to understand, but if you can get people
dead heat rules.
Dead heat, there it is. But if you can bet on a one-on-one matchup, it's much easier to follow. If you can pick out a bracket, it's much easier to follow. You can get people involved, get your workplace involved. So I'm with you. Like get this as soon as possible. Because we are going to, it's got to be watchable on TV. Sometimes golf is, it's hard to watch on TV, but this as match play, I think match play is great. It's a one-on-one battle. That's what we love. I'm with you. This is very exciting, and they should try to get this going in 2027 going forward.
They won't.
But they won't.
But they should have done this years ago. So imagine Scotty Scheffler versus Rory McIlroy.
Right. Like that's going to put up numbers.
That is made for TV.
Right. It's going to be by itself, standalone match between Scotty and Rory.
Because that's the other thing that sucks about golf is Scotty and Rory. It's the same thing with Phil and Tiger over the years. Phil and Tiger were intense rivals.
Right.
But how many tournaments really featured Phil and Tiger going head-to-head?
And even if they did, a lot of times they weren't even in the same group. Because one guy would come out of nowhere on the 4th day, and they'd make a comeback and make a big run.
Exactly.
Like, that's why, I mean, even back in the day, it was Tiger versus Rocco Mediate. I'll remember that one because they were in the same group.
Torrey Pines.
That's right.
Yeah, so Scotty and Rory have never really actually had a big head-to-head.
Yeah, get them in the same group, get them right next to each other, stand alone. You're just watching that. I mean,
not that they would play but they could.
Right.
Match play. So it's way better. So I wanted to announce that to you, all my golf bros out there.
I actually agree with you that this was fun, good golf news.
Yes, that's good news. They're actually thinking about their product and going, oh, maybe we could be better.
Right.
And match play is something that they should have been doing match play is so much better for TV. Yeah. Think of the Ryder Cup. They play match play in Ryder Cup. It's so much easier to follow, fun to watch, head to head. It's
and you're also, if you have a bad hole, you're
never out of it.
You're never out of it. It's just one bad hole, and we've seen that in certain tournaments where guys have one bad hole and they just can't get out of it, and then they're out of the tournament. Where now, you're just down a hole and you got to bounce back the next one.
So what I just did there was I did watch this golf news.
Watch this.
You're welcome. Now we get to the prattle. No, not the prattle. The gobbler. Sorry, I had the prattle on my name. Because of Dolly.
The Dolly Parton prattle.
The Dolly Parton prattle. The college football points gobbler. The Big Ten has acted fast. There are some Texas Tech quarterback rumors, and I've dug in, albeit not very far, but I tried to dig in on why Lincoln Riley chose Dan Lanning as the Big Ten coach most likely to steal his drink at a bar. All of that is next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Big Ten Conference, and now, just about 10 minutes ago, the SEC has joined them as well. They have passed a rule that will stop players returning from the NFL and playing for one of its schools. So any player that is declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw, appear on an NFL roster, or sign a contract with the Pro League, they cannot be on the Big Ten's roster. The Big Ten's athletic directors, they unanimously approved this, and the SEC just passed this as well. For the SEC also, they made it clear that it's for the college basketball side as well. So if you were in the NBA or the NBA draft, you cannot go back to college. Oregon State head coach DeMarcus Shepard, he was trying to get Anthony Hankerson and still is. Anthony Hankerson, one of those players coming back from the NFL, got released by Seattle Seahawks on yesterday on Monday, but DeMarcus Shepard said today they're trying to work with Hankerson and his reps to try to bring him back to Corvallis. Bengals receiver Jamar Chase, he says he's fine after hyperextending his left knee during practice today. And the Portland Fire, they are back in action tonight, taking on the Dallas Wings in Dallas. Fire 8.5-point road dogs. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back. Nice to have you along. It is Tuesday program here with myself, Isaac, and Stephen Vaughn. Big news, we're heading to Vegas later this week. If you haven't heard, we're going to do two shows there. We'll be there Thursday and Friday via the Circa Hotel and Casino? I don't know.
Yeah, the Circa Resort.
Resort? Yeah, I just know it as
Casino?
Circa. It's the one downtown. It's not on the Strip. It's downtown, and it's got the big sports book up on the roof with all the pools and stuff. It's kind of a cool, very cool setup, and I think that's where we're going to be broadcasting from, although I don't know. We had a
lot of dummies out in Nevada.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks.
From yesterday.
Yeah,
I
a lot of dummies out there.
Well, we're about to be two more.
That's right.
We're adding to the dummies in Nevada.
We fit in perfectly there.
We do. We're going to have fun, man. And the shows should be good. Thursday and Friday, a lot of football. It's week 0 in college football, so we're going to do a lot of super hot football talk.
You talk about the pool. They got it's called the Stadium Swim.
Swim.
The big giant TV screens that are just watching sports, all kind of sports all day long when you're just laying out by the pool.
And we had a conference call today about it because we didn't really know what was happening.
I mean, look,
which is very Odyssey.
I'm not really a host, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
Well, I didn't either. The only thing I needed to know was, do I need to take equipment and set it up?
Yeah, because
an Odyssey station.
And the answer is no, and that's all I needed to know.
Because I'm a producer, I don't know how to hook anything up.
Right. You start talking IP addresses,
dude.
Bro, I don't know.
That is a different language.
That is above my pay grade.
I didn't go to school for this.
That's right. I'm just a talking monkey.
That's right. I push buttons.
And you too. So we got our answers
Watch
today.
this, Merv.
It sounds like it's very straightforward. So we're just going to show up there.
It sounds like they know what they're doing, kind of.
Basically, we just show up there and they have a booth for us, and we're just going to broadcast to you from it.
Yeah, it sounds like the guys.
It's great.
The guys that set it all up, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They just yell at us, tell us what to do.
I tell you, that guy, the engineer guy,
he's gonna boss us around.
Bro, this dude, Tracy was his name. He is the Vegas engineer that's setting this all up. He was on one today. I got to tell you, I respect it.
I do too.
Because think about you all in corporate America, you understand this. Stephen and I don't get a big taste of this, and it's great. We're very, very blessed.
Very.
That we don't have full calendars of stupid meetings.
I can't do it.
The meeting, Oh my God,
an
meetings
idiot. I can't.
upon meetings upon meetings upon. You guys all have these meetings to talk about other meetings, and then you got to have a workshop to talk about another meeting.
Whoa.
It's just mind blowing. And you could tell that this engineer guy that we were talking with on this conference call today was not having this meeting.
He didn't want it.
He did not want to be there. And it opens by the head cheese saying, okay, so are there any questions from anyone? Because there's a group from San Diego going, and then we're going. So there's like 7 or 8 people on the call. Are there any questions about what's going down? And Tracy, the engineer, goes, I don't think there are any questions. We've done this 10 years in a row. I think we're all good.
Yeah, bro just jumped and said, "No, we're good."
And we're like, yeah, actually, a couple questions.
I'm sorry.
It won't take long. And it lasted like 10 minutes.
I mean,
and
that was like
guy-
at school, though. We all hated the guys that asked questions.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask questions.
No, I didn't say a word on there. I never say a word on there.
You and me were the only ones with cameras on.
Right. Because we didn't. Yeah, I just called in.
You called it.
I didn't say a word.
I logged in on my computer, but I did not have my camera on.
Now, Dusty represented us. He asked a couple key questions that we need to know. and
Looked
that
great
was,
on the camera.
That was it. Oh, you saw them. I didn't see any.
Yeah,
of
I
them.
could see him because I was on the computer.
I was eating Doritos.
You should have turned the camera on.
Well, I didn't have a camera. I just called in to Zoom, and I put it myself on mute, and I ate Doritos listening to you guys talk about nothing.
I saw a bit that these workers were doing. They were taking drinks out of everything that wasn't a cup. So they would like fill up a bowl and they would take drinks on their Zoom meeting until their boss noticed them. So they're doing it out of like,
Yeah, do
like
bits.
like vases and stuff.
Steven,
Bosses.
You're not living if you aren't doing bits these days.
That's what I'm saying. You should have
done a
gone
bit.
on a computer or turned your camera on your phone somehow.
Well, what I should have
and
done.
ate Doritos during the bit just to piss that guy off.
What I should have done-
because that engineer would have none out of it,
Bro.
And then when he sees you in real life, he would have.
He's gonna murder me.
He would have murdered you.
I was gonna unmute it
Dorito boy.
and just chew my Doritos and see if anybody said anything. But he was in a bad mood.
It's
so
chicken.
I didn't want to do that. Anyway, we learned nothing. All we have
Right.
to do is we have to show up to Vegas on Thursday morning, which Steven and I are flying out early Thursday morning. We're gonna get apparently they're giving us a limo to the casino.
Something.
And then we're going to show up at 3 o'clock wherever they have us set up, and we're going to broadcast. That's all I know. And it's going to be Thursday and Friday, and it's going to be great, and we're going to do a lot of football talk. So that was a long way of telling you that that's what's happening.
Oh my God.
And Sook's pissed that he can't be here, and it sucks, but
Yeah.
you're a Vegas guy, so
It sucks for you.
you're the person.
Sucks for you, Sook.
Yeah, idiot. Went and got married,
See,
moron.
family.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So he can't be there. He tried to switch his schedule.
Come on!
He'll be back on Monday. Okay, so let's get into the Gobbler. Got some news. First of all, as you mentioned in the Sports Snort, and it is updated now, the Big Ten passed a rule that stops players returning from the NFL from playing at any of its schools. And you're saying now the SEC has jumped on board with this?
I was, yeah.
So they're all,
Yeah.
basically all the.
Yeah. It seems
So
like
it's no longer going to be
no.
able to
It
happen.
seems like the big conferences are going to be on board, but like, I haven't heard anything about like the Pac-12, Jamarcus Shepard, because that was the other one. Like Jamarcus Shepard said today, like
Hankerson,
they've
yeah.
reached out to Anthony Hankerson.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
That drop.
I love that drop.
That drop was great too. Yeah, so I mean, it feels like
Dumbass.
it seems like the big conferences are going to be on board, but the Big Ten and the SEC had to be the first one. So I imagine the Big 12 and ACC will be soon behind.
Yeah.
and will follow them. But then it goes to the lower conferences, which I don't know. I mean, if you're the Pac-12 and you're going to be able to get some guys that are from the NFL, you can go out and get an Anthony Hankerson. That's a guy that could have played on the Power 4 level. Get some more talent in your schools. I don't know. I don't know what you want to do there.
Hey, maybe this will improve the
That's what
the group of 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I'm the Pac-12, I'm the American. You can get some Power 4 talent on your roster. Look, I like the rule. I like the rule that they're having. I think it's the right move.
Yeah.
But also, like, if I'm a group of 6 school, I kind of want to bring in an Anthony Hankerson.
Group of 6. Sorry, there's a 6th.
The Pac-12 is the 6 now.
Right.
Power 4, group of 6.
Right. Well, that's actually kind of an interesting idea. It's like, okay, so if you are a college player and you choose to go to the NFL, if you do not make it in the NFL, you don't get drafted and you don't stick on a practice squad or don't get a contract, you can come back to college, but you have to play in a group of 5 or a group of 6
school.
That's fascinating.
Because you're going to get less money, right? Because there were reports, there were some sources that are there that are saying guys on NFL rosters were asking their teams to release them so they can hit the portal.
Yeah.
and get to college earlier so they can get acclimated with that team.
Doesn't
I think
surprise me.
I think that everything that's all backwards. Like, how are you asking an NFL team to release you?
Well, they know they're not going to stick.
Right, but
And they're going to make more money in college.
I just hate it. I hate that whole thing. So,
So
I'm
basically-
happy that this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. We talked about this yesterday, and I didn't have a huge deal with. I don't know. It was one of those moments where it seems like everybody's outraged, and I just wasn't. Maybe I'm just different and an idiot, but I didn't care that a kid. It's not like Joe Burrow is returning to LSU. It's marginal NFL guys.
Right.
who
These
can't-
are role players in college.
Yeah, they can't stick in the NFL, and so they go back to college. I didn't care, but just define it like that. That's what you need. It can't just be the wild, wild west. So it sounds like the conferences are going to take it into their own hands and define it, and that's fine. Whatever the rules are, that's fine. Now you said something in the Sports North though about the NBA. What was that?
The SEC said the same thing about the NBA guys as well, because there's NBA guys that are coming back. RJ Lewis, he just signed with LSU. He was on the Celtics last year, didn't play in a game, but was on like their G League roster.
Okay. And
we've seen guys go from that to back to the college. That's no longer allowed in the SEC.
But does that have anything to? But does that apply to international players, the guys that play pro in Europe?
Not that I saw. No, it was NBA only, and the WNBA as well.
But an NBA player or a college basketball player can test the waters in the NBA, but then they can rescind their name from the draft and go back to college.
So the SEC said if you previously declared for the NFL, NBA, or WNBA draft and did not appropriately withdraw, or you signed a contract with an NFL or any other professional football league, G League, NBA, or WNBA, or been listed on an NFL, NBA, G League, or WNBA roster. So this has nothing about overseas.
Okay, that's a whole different.
That's a whole nother animal. Yeah.
thing.
So it seems like they're still allowing guys that play professionally overseas on the basketball side to come over and play college basketball, which is where I imagine all these schools are going to go now. They already kind of are, but I think it's going to be even more now.
All right. By the way, text. As a begrudging member of corporate America, I can confirm nothing gives you both intense suicidal ideations and blinding rage like a Zoom meeting, especially with follow-up questions. Oh, my God.
But these weren't even follow-up questions. These were just initial questions. It was like, hey, we're here to ask questions.
We were finding facts.
Right.
But we didn't say, you and I got to give us credit. You and I had never said a word.
There was zero chance I was saying anything.
And that's why it was a shorter meeting.
Is it okay that I have my camera off too?
Yeah, they don't care.
Everyone else had it on though.
They don't care. Nobody wants, that's the thing. Nobody wants to be there.
But everyone else had their camera on. If I
but
talk,
they're just
do
playing the
I
game.
have to turn my camera on?
They're playing the game. No. They're just playing, they're trying to be good corporate students.
See, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either. It's so dumb. And now, imagine having to do that 15 times a day.
It seems horrible.
And there's always that one guy who asks a million questions, and so the Zoom call won't end.
But it's like if we're not...
It's obscene.
But it is obscene. If we're not learning anything from these meetings, why are we having so many meetings?
Great question.
Thank you.
And therein lies the blinding rage, I think, part that he's talking about.
Right, because it seems like...
We shouldn't be here anyway, and now you're prolonging it.
Because it seems like these meetings happen all the time, and
All the time.
nothing is ever learned by anybody.
Everything that was said on our meeting today could have been emailed in a bullet point fashion.
Right.
It would have been a 1 minute read.
1 minute.
For all
exactly.
of us. And
hey,
everything would have
your
been done.
equipment will be there. If
Yeah.
you want to set up YouTube, go for it.
Here's what you need to know.
Yes. But instead we had a 15-minute Zoom call.
Where an engineer yelled at us. And I am mildly concerned about meeting him
I want you to say something
and
to him.
asking
Funny.
for anything.
Can you do something that was going to make him mad on purpose?
I'm not going to do a bit. I don't think he's to be
I'll
nice
record
to-
it.
He might murder me.
I'll record it and post it on social media.
He's a radio
Social
engineer
medias.
in Las Vegas. You know, it's 120 degrees out there.
I know my dad was telling me that. He's like, oh, you're going to die. I'm like, that's not good.
Okay, where else were we? What are we doing? What are we doing?
We were talking about the SEC and the Big Ten.
Oh yeah, so that's done. So they're already policing that. Not
Yeah.
going to happen after this year.
So far, those two conferences, but it does raise the question, like you said, do the smaller conference go with it too?
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Because I imagine the Big 12 and the ACC follow suit because they're a Power 4. But if I'm a Group of 6 squad, man, I'm trying to get some good players on my roster.
Yeah. So just to clarify, if you test the waters in the NFL and you don't make it,
You're done,
you're out.
You're donezo, man.
That's the way Lanning wanted it.
That's the way it should be.
Okay, so Texas Tech quarterback rumors.
Saw that.
Remember, they don't have a Well, they do have a quarterback. Will Hammond's going to be their quarterback.
But he's coming off an ACL surgery.
Yeah. But they were the ones that had freaking Sorsby. And then he gambled.
For years. On his own team.
Yeah, and that whole thing. Boy, there's another hot mess.
Can we go back real quick? He was gambling on his own team, and people were trying to say he should be able to play.
Well, Texas Tech was trying to say he should be able to play.
People.
Who else wanted him to play besides Texas Tech? I mean, come on.
What is that? I don't know. I still can't wrap my head around that. Texas Tech fans, whatever, wanted him to play, and he was gambling on his own team.
Well, isn't that just like, it's like when Browns fans wanted Deshaun Watson. It's like when it's your team.
Right. I guess you're just blinded.
Your opinion, it completely changes.
You're just blinded.
Yeah, it's like, Deshaun Watson, 27, what? Can he play quarterback? Oh, great. Give me a jersey.
I mean, what was really wrong with it?
What is that?
And then with Sorsby, it's like, look, I think that sucks that he gambled his own team, but they're going to let him play for us.
But it was Indiana before they had Signetti. Doesn't even count.
I'll take him.
Doesn't even count.
I'll cheer for him. So they're being linked, Texas Tech is being linked to former Florida State quarterback Tommy Castellanos.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because you may think, well, why now? We're in camp. It's because, once again, you had a court intervening and he got a temporary injunction to enter the portal and receive a 5th year of eligibility. So they're already talking to Texas Tech. And so he's not very good. He has 38 career starts over 4 seasons. He was at Central Florida. He was at Boston College, and then he went to Florida State. 48 touchdowns, 28 picks, 6,500 yards. He runs a little bit, 2,000 yards rushing, 4.3 yards per attempt. I don't know. If he transfers to Texas Tech, they're saying that Will Hammond will probably still start.
Right.
Because he's the one that we saw Will Hammond last year.
He had a couple of good moments. He came into the Utah game. Sorsby got hurt in the Utah game, and it was kind of up in the air, and Hammond came in and kind of
not
dominated the
Sorsby.
game.
Sorsby wasn't.
Sorry.
The other guy.
Barrett Morin.
Yeah.
Baron Morin.
He got hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Something to keep an eye on. Texas Tech.
Well, and I think the interesting thing about Castellanos, I don't know that he was in an NFL camp ever, because this is the same thing.
Oh, that's right.
He's going for the 5th year senior thing, but I don't know that he was ever in a camp. He definitely didn't play in a preseason game. Oh. So I wonder if this is going to be any different, if they can find that type of loophole. And again, if the Big 12 says, well, we're not going to take these guys back either, does Castellanos try to go somewhere else, or does he try to figure it out? Because I do think that's a big distinction that he never played in a preseason game.
True.
So he never technically was on like a roster.
How far do you have to go with the NFL thing to? So they're saying like
if you're on a roster at any point.
At any point
is what I'm.
So if you try out,
right, you're done.
If you enter for the draft and you don't get drafted, you can go back to college.
No, because it did say if you declared for the NFL draft and then did not appropriately withdraw. So so he declared.
Okay.
He would have had to declare for the draft.
So he may be in trouble. He may not be able to play.
Right. So if the Big 12 comes out and says, we're going to follow this rule, Texas Tech out of options pretty much at this point.
Yeah.
And we'll have to go with Will Hammond.
Well, look, this guy isn't any good anyway. And they're talking.
Dude, he called his shot against Bama week 1.
Yeah, he won that game. I remember that.
Yeah, Florida State.
Yeah, they kind of kicked the crap out of him.
They did.
They were talking about maybe him switching positions because he's a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
So maybe Texas Tech could use him somewhere else. But that's the Texas Tech rumor. Now, we don't have time, so I'll have to do it later in the show. But I did try to poke around because yesterday on the broadcast, Brandon Henson played a clip for the Ducks Report, and it blew our minds because it was Lincoln Riley saying that Dan Lanning would be the Big Ten coach he would choose to most likely steal his drink at a bar. And that just caught us off guard. Apparently it's from Big Ten Media Day where they ask him all the dumb questions and they have to answer. So I was like, wait a minute, why would he say that? Because Dan Lanning, to me, does not seem like a guy who would steal a drink at a bar. Far from it. He seems like a guy who would stand up for somebody stealing your drink at the bar. Well, anyway, do we have low-key Dan Lanning, Lincoln Riley beef?
Do you want the audio? I have the audio here.
Yeah, go ahead and play it. Okay.
Which Big Ten coach is most likely to steal your drink at the bar?
God. Who's yours?
Lanning.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Okay.
Now, in fairness,
who is that guy that he's talking to there?
That I don't know, but he answered first, and Lincoln just went.
He's like, yeah, I'll go with that. That's true.
So maybe it's either that they actually do have a beef, or they actually are friends, and so he knows it's safe to say Dan Lanning's not going to get mad.
Well, I did a little digging. There may be low-key beef between those two based on something that I missed in recruiting last year, which we'll get to. Well, I'll get to that later. I do want to tell you, though, that Lanning had the same question. They asked him the same question, and I couldn't find the audio of it, but he chose so who do you think he chose? Big Ten quarterback most likely to steal your drink, which, by the way, that doesn't happen. That's a weird question. Who steals drinks at bars? Nobody.
I don't know.
But who's the Big Ten coach that Dan Lanning said is most likely to steal his drink at a bar? Because he chose two.
Ryan Day.
No.
I don't know.
Idiot.
I don't know.
He chose Jed Fish, which I thought was great. And Jed Fish gets me hot. Brett Bielema.
Bielema, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And he said...
But that's just because he's thirsty.
But he used... Right. He used a qualifier, and he said those would be people that someone would accuse of stealing a drink at the bar. Jed Fish and Jed Fish does seem like the type that might. Jed Fish gets me hot. Steal your drink at a bar, honestly.
And then get after you.
For really being...
Then you get hot.
That's how he gets me hot.
That's right.
Drinks at the bar.
Steals drinks.
Okay, well, there's more here, but we'll get to it later. Okay, we got to get to In the News next.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Big Ten Conference, and now just a little bit ago, the SEC Conference is on board as well. They have passed a rule that will stop players returning from the NFL and then playing for one of their schools in that conference. So any player who has declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw and then appeared on an NFL roster or signed a contract with the Pro League cannot be on a Big Ten or an SEC roster. The Big Ten athletic directors unanimously approved this rule. But for Oregon State, their head coach Jamarcus Shepard said today that they are trying to work with Anthony Hankerson and his reps to try to bring him back to Corvallis. Hankerson, one of those players, was just cut by the Seattle Seahawks on Monday. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase, he says he's fine after hyperextending his left knee during practice today. Said if they had a game on Wednesday, he would keep going for sure. At the point of the Fire, they are in action, taking on the Dallas Wings in Dallas. Fire 8.5-point road underdogs. If Fire lose tonight, they are out of the playoff contention. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Hey, is Space Force still a thing? Do you know?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'd say yes. I vote yes.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yes or no?
I'm going to say yes.
Is
You don't hear much about him.
I can't type my fingers.
We'll find out here. Hey, hope you're having a nice little day. It's Isaac and Steven today.
Says United States Space Force still a real thing.
Okay. What are they doing?
Active official branch.
What do they do?
I don't know. Space stuff.
Space Force.
It's responsible for organizing, training, and equipping military personnel to protect U.S. and allied interests in
I have
space.
concepts of a plan.
All right.
So, all space all the time.
I love it. It is August 25, 2026. Time now for In the News. I'm your noted newsman. We did discuss Dolly Parton's death. She died at the age of 80. If you're tuning in for Dolly Parton tribute, I thought we did a fine one, and it was right off the top of the show if you want to go podcast that.
It was a full Dolly Parton prattle.
Yeah, and we're actually going to rename the prattle to... so Brad Boxberger has been cut again.
Shockingly. He performed terribly for the team.
And it will now be forever called the Parton Prattle in honor of the great American legend, icon.
It's the least we can do.
Dolly Parton. It is. Today is National Second-Hand Wardrobe Day.
All right.
Are you a thrifter? A thrifty?
No, I'm not really.
Yeah, I'm not either.
That's just not. I feel like I'm too old to do that.
Well, you're not too old,
I
but
think that's a young's game.
Can I just state on the record, the radio,
Please
live
do,
on the
yeah.
radio, that thrifting is overrated?
Whoa.
I mean, look, I get it if you're getting a deal. Like, it used to be, like, I'm from Kansas, okay, so there aren't a lot of great thrift shops there, and if there are thrift shops there, dude, stuff's like $2. Here, I've been into these thrift
the strip clubs.
The $8.50 spaghetti places.
That's where you get your secondhand clothes.
You
at the
ever
strip
go
club?
to these thrift stores?
I have been in a few. Yeah,
They're expensive.
They are. You're not getting deals.
You're not getting deals,
No,
and it's used stuff.
I don't know how you can find a deal. But I mean, social media star Jackson, he's a thrifter.
Is he? Okay.
He says he finds deals all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he wore that shirt the other day, the wire shirt.
Yeah.
He said he got that at a thrift store.
Yeah, pretty much everything he wears looks like he got at a thrift shop, and I don't mean that as a...
I think he did.
As a slight.
I think he meant it that way.
But look, he looks like he thrifts, and that's great. It's a vibe. It's cool for him.
It's a young man's vibe, though.
And listen, if you got all that stuff for $3, that's one thing. Paying $150 or whatever for every piece of clothing just because it's cool, I don't know. I'm out. I know I sound 51. But
that's what I'm saying. It's a young man's game, dude.
Is it?
Because if you wore thrift clothes, like thrift, clothes you got from the thrift store,
could you tell? You would tell.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
And it would just be a weirder look on you.
Yeah.
No offense.
I'd look like
Me
I'm
too.
trying to be in the Lumineers.
Right. It looks like I'm trying to be young and hip.
Yeah. Right.
But I'm not. I'm old and dumb.
I wear a lot of basic
Yeah, no logos.
colored
I got a
clothing.
Nike
No
shirt on.
logos.
This is the most out there I'll be with a just Nike shirt on. I'm not wearing crazy things.
Yeah. R.I.P. thrifting. But today is National Secondhand Wardrobe Day, so
It's good for like kids though. Secondhand wardrobe.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Like we just went through. Well, I didn't, but Coach Vaughn just went through some closets that we had of the kids' clothes and just handed them off to some other cousins and stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
Saves you a lot of money because
Saves
that
you a lot.
stuff.
Yeah, because they just grow so fast.
Yeah, like there's stuff that we don't even like the kids didn't even wear, and now you're passing it along, and that saves families lots of money. I'm all for that.
I'm gonna start a new secondhand wardrobe store or a thrift shop with kids' clothes and charge people an arm and a leg. You think that'll work?
Like just overcharge them?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it's cool.
If you position it as you're actually getting a deal, though,
Yeah,
and it's an actual thrift store, people will buy
cool
it.
corduroy hats.
Yes,
for kids.
1,000,000%. You are,
and they are $99.
Gold mine.
Got to look cool when you go into the Timbers game. Portland is like, I mean, wouldn't you say Portland, Seattle, probably the best thrift
Gotta be in
stores
the top.
in the country. I mean, like they're everywhere.
Yeah,
and they're great,
and people love it.
They do love it. It's just not my thing.
Not my thing.
And I think it is a little. I feel like they're overpriced, but hey, you do you. It's also National Banana Split Day. I mean, the last time I had a banana split, a delicious treat, but I haven't had one since a kid at Dairy Queen. In the news, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys, advocateslaw.com. Let's see what we got here for you today. Everybody talking about the big cougar sighting. Kind of sad. There was an injured cougar that was found behind a Gresham Elementary School, and he was just laying there, and, well, they sent him to cougar heaven.
They sent him there?
They did.
Can you confirm he didn't go to cougar hell?
Well, he might have, but I'd like to think that he went to cougar heaven.
Okay.
Because he was hurt.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. So.
R.I.P. to the coug.
What's that? The animal was first spotted Monday evening. Gresham police received a tip about the sighting. Officers responded to a home on Northeast 164th where the cougar had been seen in the yard. They used a drone to locate it. I love that, man. Those drones, you ever see those things now?
I do.
Like
Yeah. See them all the time.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like, would it be fun to fly a drone? I feel like it would be cool to fly a drone.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm never going to learn it, but
I would never, yeah.
I mean, what are you doing it for, I guess would be the question. Aerial
That's the thing. It's
photos?
Yeah.
Are you spying on some
Aerial
hots?
photos? That seems illegal, but yes, you could do that as well.
I think it's all illegal, aren't they? I mean, drones, like, you got to be careful with drones. Like, they're not, you can't just fly them anywhere.
Flying over people's backyards.
You can't just fly
Snapping
through some
pics.
guy's house. Yeah.
If you get it like in a field.
Are you a drone guy? You're a drone guy. If you could be, you'd be drone
I would be, yeah. If I could be, I would be a drone guy. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah. Certainly an interesting technology. Now they're dropping off our Amazon packages.
Yeah, like doing a bad job at it.
Dropping them in pools and stuff.
Yeah. Wrong house. On the roof. Can't we get smarter drones? That's the thing. I feel like if we could get really smart drones, that could really help out the world.
Smart drones.
Smart drones, not dumb ones.
Guessing they have those.
We just don't have access to them.
We just make them dumber.
We use them for dumb things.
With our dumbness.
As we just said, we spy on hots with our drones.
What about drone racing?
Dumbass.
I've watched like little videos of them.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty wild stuff. Those things go fast, man.
Well, they used a drone to locate the cougar. While monitoring the cougar, they watched it run southwest before it disappeared. Crews continued the search when the cougar was spotted again behind Wilkes Elementary School and euthanized. The school is still on summer break, so the kids were not traumatized. But one of the animal's hind legs was seen injured. The extent of the injury was not reported. Do you ever wonder if, Like, I always wonder this about, well, you don't have animals, but I always wonder this about my animals. Are they ever sore? Or like...
Yeah, like I played pickleball this weekend. My legs are sore.
Right. Like, my dog was running around and now has a sprained ankle.
Right. Like, they just had, like, this weekend, they were just really excited. It was nice out, so they ran around trees and stuff.
Yeah.
And they come back on Monday morning, like, man.
You're like, scrape themselves and, like, ouch. That, you know, like, are they ever...
They'd have to be, right?
Are they arthritis? I mean, they get arthritis. I mean, my golden retriever had arthritis.
I would imagine they are sore.
It's like,
It would probably just take them a lot. It like take a lot to get sore, I would guess.
Or they just don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Because they don't like.
They can handle a lot of pain.
Because do they complain? They don't complain that they're sore.
Exactly. They're just laying there like a dog. It's like, wait.
They're just doing dog things.
That dog's miserable. Yeah, just doing dog things. And the cat's out all the time.
Now, how weird would that be if they could complain that they're sore?
Yeah, it would probably change everything.
Because, like, what would you do? Like, what do you do?
Well, you'd give them drugs, right?
Here,
take this.
Right. Your dog, like, yo.
But see, this is the beauty
bro,
of animals.
I got a rolled ankle.
Yeah, you got any Advil?
Yeah.
The beauty of animals is they don't talk. I mean, we don't have to deal with this. Because if they talked, it would change everything. We wouldn't want them.
Right. I don't want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
because he's up to no good. He's like, plus, what is he going to talk about?
Yeah, they'd be super
What's his
annoying.
hobbies?
Very annoying. Play ball with me. Play ball with me. Play ball with me.
Play
throw
ball.
The ball. Throw the ball. Throw the ball.
I want to go in the car.
Yeah, right.
Go to the park.
Can I go out and hunt rats again?
No, you can't.
I want to go again?
I'm going to do it anyways. Okay.
Still out there. Still out there. Still out there.
You sound like a dog.
Thank you.
Now, that's the question.
Like, Molly's annoying enough without even speaking.
But wouldn't they just talk normal like people? Or would they have a different...
I think they'd have dog voices.
Like that. Like you're saying, oh, with the bolo, with the bolo, with the bolo, with the bolo.
Yeah, why was he from New York?
Yo, what the ball?
Yeah.
Yo, give me the ball.
That'd be cool if they had accents, though. Like, Molly's from Mexico. She turned tricks down in Mexico.
Yeah.
So she'd be like, hey.
Hey, S.A.
Hey, S.A.
Hey, S.A. Isaac.
You got 2 for 1, Stevie? Oh, boy. Well, anyway. Dead cougar. It's too bad.
Dog language is dead cougar.
It's too bad. Tonight is Portland's last of this. Next.
Electricity is pretty awesome. Electricity is pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm a millennial.
Welcome back. Somebody text, by the way, this is in the news, August 25, 2026. Thank you. Somebody text, yes, dogs have muscles and tendon pain. My dog hurt his leg and has to take dog painkillers. Also, they limp. Yeah, no, I know that. I know that. What I'm asking is, like, if they're visibly limping, clearly something is wrong and you need to get them checked out. But what I'm asking is, like, when I walk around, like, if you saw me walking today, you would think nothing is wrong with me outwardly. Meanwhile, my knee hurts, my back's a little tight, my shoulder's still giving me problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, do dogs, like, would we be shocked at how bad dogs feel on the daily, even though they don't visibly show it or say anything? Like, their body just is like, man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Maybe we need to give them, like, a regimen of pills to make them feel, I don't know.
Yeah, because
how do you know how they feel?
Like, I really did. I played pickleball and played some basketball over the weekend, and I hadn't really done anything active like that in months.
You're sore, aren't you?
I'm still sore today.
Right.
I did that on Saturday or Sunday, one of the days.
So you take the dog to the beach.
But it's like nobody knows. Like, I'm not limping around, but I'm just like, man, maybe it takes me like an extra tick to get out of my chair.
So you take your dog to the beach, and the dog runs around all day. The next day, that dog's got to be sore.
Got to be sore.
Or maybe not. But it's not going to show it.
I think they have to be sore.
Got to be.
I don't see how they couldn't be.
Anyway.
So yeah, I take a little ibuprofen, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Tonight is the last of these in Portland for the year. You'll be sad to find out. I am speaking of the 8 p.m. sunset.
Bro.
I'm sorry.
It's over.
That is sad.
It is. I feel like we're getting, even though it's hot out today, I feel like we're getting close to those crisp football feeling days,
Some may say it is football weather coming up.
Yeah, it's coming. Not in Vegas.
No, it's 1 million degrees.
Literally.
It was hot yesterday and today.
Yeah, it's like 90 degrees out there.
Yeah, like walking outside, it's like I didn't think it was going to be that hot, and then it was.
But our long summer days are coming to an end. Steven, Tuesday night, Portland's last sunset after 8 p.m. until next year. It'll be right around 8 tonight. And then we go all the way till December 21 when the sun will set at 4:30 p.m.
That stinks.
Yeah, it does kind of suck,
That
doesn't
does
it?
stink.
We were barely on the air and the sun's setting.
Right. 4:30?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's rough.
That is rough. We barely started the show.
So our last 8 p.m. sunset, August 25th, September 26th, the last 7 p.m. sunset, October 30th, the last 6 p.m. sunset, and December 21, winter solstice, 4:30 p.m.
So savor it. Savor these moments.
Right now.
Because we're going to complain when it starts raining again, how rainy it is, how cold it is.
Yes, we are.
Man, I wish it was hot again.
Cool.
Portland ranks in the top 10 for best flight deals, according to a recent report. Now, I didn't know that deals were all that dependent on the city.
I didn't either.
I thought it was more
airline dependent.
Yeah. Apparently, Portland ranks 9th for best domestic flight deals with an average round trip at $226, which, by the way, F off. $226? Have you found a flight for under $400 in the last 2 years?
Never.
They're so expensive right now. It's insane.
But I think we talked about that.
$226? Where are people flying?
But we also talked about this. Like, they can charge whatever they want because we're flying in the air.
I know.
In a giant container.
And I think they do. That's the problem. I think they do. So this is from Going, a travel company that tracks discounted airfares, recently released its list of top airports and airlines for flight deals. 45,000 routes they surveyed at U.S. airports. This is from July of last year to July of this year. Portland 9th, average round trip $226. Denver ranked number 1, best domestic flight deals, average round trip $219. Airport rankings are based on a weighted score factoring in average price, average deal savings on full-service airlines, and deal volume. So Willis Orlando, who is a flight expert at Going, said a single cheap fare doesn't tell the whole story. With most travel headlines featuring affordability right now, we built these rankings around what actually matters to travelers, not just the price of the ticket, but how deep the discount is and how often a good deal comes around. An airport that has one amazing fare a year isn't as valuable to travelers as one that delivers solid deals every week. That's the kind of everyday practical knowledge we wanted this data to reflect. Willis, you are onto something. They released its report as airfares have been steadily climbing amid rising jet fuel prices. It has been a tough year for fare watchers. Now, do you fare watch? Are you a guy who will wait it out and find the absolute lowest you can, or do you just book when you need to book?
If we're gonna book, we usually try to book on certain days because there's always the whatever certain days you look. So kind of a fare watcher, but yeah. I mean,
well, what are the days like?
I think it's like a Tuesday.
Wednesday?
I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be a little bit cheaper than everything else. So that's what at least Coach Vaughn does. So I mean, we definitely will. If we're looking to book something, we're not going to book it right away. Like we will look and be like, okay, and then we go back and plan, and then we try to
shop it
out.
around.
Yeah.
Denver is 1, New Orleans 2, Orlando 3. The report found that the top 3 airports had more competition among airlines, which resulted in lower fares. So in Denver, United and Southwest are locked in a fare war with Frontier. Yeah, that makes sense. And then in New Orleans, Southwest and Breeze are doing the same. And then in Orlando, all those planes flying in for theme parks have to fly back out, so locals benefit from that extra capacity. That makes sense.
That does make sense. Yeah.
While 20 airlines fly out of Portland International Airport, Alaska Airlines makes up roughly 40% of total passenger traffic, limiting competition. Oh. Southwest Airlines, the second largest carrier at PDX, accounts for only 11% of passenger traffic. That's wild. Did you know
11%?
that? 11%? Yeah, so
Alaska just dominates everybody.
Yeah, everybody in Portland is just Alaska.
That's crazy.
But I don't know why that would make for better flight deals, because they got you by the balls. You know what I'm saying?
Well, is the study saying that then you can shop these other ones, these other airlines that are good deals? Is that what it's?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that what we're saying? Because Alaska's like, hey, we know you're going to fly here. So then these other ones are like, hey, we'll go super cheap.
Right.
To try to entice you to fly with us.
Right, yeah. We want you to fly. Yeah, maybe
that would be the only thought that I have, but
Alaska's just dominating. They got to undercut Alaska.
That is shocking.
I tell you what, I like Alaska. Alaska's the best airline.
So we fly.
I think it's a great airline.
Yeah.
And they do a good job.
They do. No complaints.
Top U.S. airports for international flight deals: Boston, New York City, which is JFK, Newark, Chicago, and L.A. We were not in the top 10 there. Yeah, so Boston, JFK, they're just the primary East Coast portal to get out. So their proximity to Europe makes it a strong pick for those flights. All right, well, little did you know you're getting good deals in Portland.
I did not know that, no.
I didn't either. We just paid...
an arm and a leg.
Yeah, our flights to Vegas were $560.
That's what we're talking. I mean, we were talking about that. Just it seems like it's so expensive to go anywhere.
And that's for each of us. So it's $1,000. It's whatever, 11.
Yeah, just
20,
to get there.
Just to get to Las Vegas.
And then you're gonna spend a ton of money when you're down there.
Hopefully not.
And the crazy part is, you just said we actually are getting good deals in Portland. Can you imagine what other people are spending if these are the good deals?
226. I mean, that's
who's getting that?
They got to be flying to like Boise. It's got to be like small West Coast.
Yeah.
That
Eugene, nobody cares about.
Seattle, Boise. Or people are probably working. There's probably a lot of business travel to West Coast cities, and it's cheap. But plebes like you and I, when we got to go party, man, they're charging us an arm and a leg. They know it.
Because it's not business.
They know it. Well, actually, this one is business. At least I get reimbursed for it.
I guess this is business. I forgot we are working.
Technically, yeah.
You're going to have to remind me we have a show those days.
I'll send you a reminder.
Yeah, just reminder text 2:30. Hey, head on over here to the...
Oh, yeah, we're here for work.
Yeah.
No.
That is in the news for AUG 25, 2026, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. A lot of headlines, and we're going to introduce you to the new San Diego Padres owner who has gone viral today. All of that coming up on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Big Ten and the SEC, they have passed a rule that's going to stop players returning from the NFL from playing for one of their schools in that conference. So any player who has declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw or has appeared on an NFL roster, signed a contract with the Pro League, cannot be on a Big Ten or an SEC roster. The Big Ten athletic directors, they unanimously passed this, and the SEC just added this about an hour ago. But for Oregon State, they're looking at Anthony Hankerson. Coach Jamarcus Shepard said today that they are trying to work it out with Anthony Hankerson and his reps to try to bring Hankerson back to Corvallis to play for the Beavs. Hankerson was just released by the Seattle Seahawks on Monday. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase, he suffered a hyperextended left knee today at practice. Says he is fine, though, and if there were a game tomorrow, he would play. And the Portland Fire in action tonight, taking on the Dallas Wings. Fire 8.5-point road underdogs. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Tuesday. We are your sportsmen. My name is Isaac. Hello.
Sada.
Big Sook is not over there.
Oh, dude.
He is in Hawaii
Not over here.
for his honeymoon. However,
Hey,
you do have the great Stephen Vaughn, ladies and gentlemen, all week. He'll be in studio tomorrow,
hey,
and then Vegas Thursday and Friday. So
that's right.
it's a big week. College football has arrived. Week
It's here.
0. We've got the big Stanford-Hawaii breakdown coming up.
FCS on Thursday. Million games on Thursday for the FCS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get ready.
I got to tell you, I don't mind the FCS. The upper tier FCS is actually pretty entertaining.
Well, it's more like people that claim that they love college football in like the old days. This is as much as college football you're going to get.
You mean like Montana?
Yeah, because they're not like paying their guys a ton to play.
Yeah.
They do it for the love of the game.
I would think you would like FCS football. That sounds like you.
No, see, I love college basketball. I get FCS. I'm not about it for football, to be honest.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I just haven't really ever given it a shot.
Yeah, I think the top teams are pretty damn good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Fun to watch.
That's why they're all, like North Dakota State. They're heading the Mountain West now. They're moving on up.
Yeah, that's right. They got a big game on Saturday.
They do.
They play Jacksonville State.
Huge game.
Don't ask me why I know that.
Oh, I know you. I know you. I know why. I know why you know that.
Ah, good times.
The fourth biggest game of the weekend.
You know what the most underrated thing about this time of year is in sports?
No.
I'm going to tell you.
Whoa.
It is that while we are so excited, we're always very excited for football to return.
Mm-hmm.
Also, right around the corner, and we never think about it, is the baseball playoffs and the World Series.
Baseball playoffs are great.
They're amazing.
Major League playoffs are awesome.
And they aren't overshadowed by football. That's the thing. That's why they're so good. They don't get overshadowed by football, but we forget that they're coming. So I've got Brewers Mets on in the studio. Like, who cares? But in a month and a half, it's going to matter.
There's nothing like Major League Baseball
October.
playoffs.
It's so great.
Every pitch, man, you're on the edge of your seat. Like, every pitch matters.
Well, and the other thing about baseball playoffs I think is great, and the World Cup had a little bit of this when it was here this summer. When you layer in games on nights or even days where there isn't anything else to watch, you're gaining an audience, man, because it's like if the Brewers are playing the Dodgers in the playoffs and it's a 2 o'clock first pitch on a Wednesday, perfect.
Awesome.
It's perfect. It gets us through our week, much like the World Cup.
I was gonna say, just like the World Cup did.
Got us through our summer.
Right. The World Cup be starting at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Yeah. Get it all day.
Now, I will say, it gets a little hard.
Baseball is more exciting than the World Cup.
But Saturdays and Sundays, you're watching your football.
Yeah.
And you're keeping an eye on baseball, depending on if it's your team. But.
Right. You just need the alerts to be like, hey, this game's in the 8th inning. We're getting close.
Yes.
Close game.
That's right. Exactly. Alerts.
It's
all about notifications.
But instead, I'd rather be watching Week 1 college football. I'd rather be watching, Northwestern take on some bad team.
Week 1, we have Texas, Ohio State, don't we? Oh, no, that's week 2. Do we have anything good in Week 1?
Clemson, LSU.
Yeah.
Does that do anything for you?
No. I mean, kind of, but not really.
Those seem like, LSU, you're a Lane guy. You love Lane Kiffin, though.
Well, it's not that I love him. I think he's a perfect fit for LSU. And I think he's going to do really, really well there.
They're both Oregon State, Houston.
I got money on that. Got money on Clemson.
Boise, Oregon.
Yeah, all right.
At Oregon.
All right. What's like the mark? Is it Clemson LSU the marquee game?
Yeah.
Week 1.
I would say so. I'm kind of going through it right now. Yeah. That's definitely the highlight.
All right.
Yeah, or else it would be probably Boise, Oregon.
That's another thing that's dumb. Why can't college football roll out with some bangers?
Well, it did last year with Ohio State, Texas.
Well, they have Ohio State, Texas this year.
I know, but that's week 2. But
how about more than one?
But it was week 1 last year, and the hype around that game was incredible.
But can we get more than one? Can we get
incredible
5? I don't know.
Yeah, there's really no other good ranked teams playing a good opponent in week 1. Miami at Stanford on a Friday.
Oh, Miami's playing Stanford, huh?
Yeah.
My Cardinal.
At Stanford on that Friday. That's a fun little game.
I don't know if they've...
Your Jayhawks hosting the Sharks of Long Island.
Long Island. That's a dub.
Dude, LIU, they had an awesome basketball team this year.
I don't know if Miami's rebuilt their defensive line, but they are going to absolutely murder Davis Warren.
They really are. And then you got SMU, Florida State to round out the week. Louisville, Ole Miss. Those are 2 ranked teams. Louisville's 24. That's on a Sunday.
Look, man, I get that college.
Wisconsin, Notre Dame.
That's okay. That's good.
Apple Cup.
Good enough. I get that college football's in flux, but when they figure all this crap out, they've got to create a better non-conference schedules. They just have.
Well, because right now there's no point of playing anybody good.
I know. It's
again, even if I'm Oregon, why would I want to play Boise State? If you beat up Boise State, everyone's gonna be like, "Cool, you beat Boise State." If you lose, you get made fun of, and they're like, "Oh, you stink."
You're a loser.
Exactly.
Well, these schools should want to play these games because they make them more money.
Watch this, bro.
But they also don't want to play the games because they just want to get into the tournament. Doesn't do any good.
Indiana's proven you don't have to play anybody to get to the tournament.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the new structure, however long it takes them, 10, 15, 20 years. Hell, you and I might be dead by the time they actually figure out college football.
Yeah, by the time they figure it out, I'll be stopped watching college football.
But when they do, hopefully it'll be good.
Hope my grandkids can enjoy it.
Now, I was mentioning LSU. Lane Kiffin, I find him entertaining, but I just think he's a great fit for LSU. And Lord knows he's had 8 million stops. So if you're ever going to get the best of Lane, it's probably going to be at LSU. I mean, he did a good job at Ole Miss. And I just think that LSU, could you find a better fit than Lane Kiffin and LSU?
No.
Kim Mulkey is their women's basketball coach. Did you see what happened with her today?
No.
By the way, also a great fit.
Great fit, yeah.
It's the smarmiest
It's the slime
school.
balls.
Yeah, with the slimiest coaches.
That don't care that people know you're cheating and you're going to do whatever it takes to win.
Will Wade
is the head basketball coach.
Kim Mulkey and Lane Kiffin.
That trio is going to be tough to beat.
I mean, if I gave you that trio and said, where are they coaching? Like, what school fits them best?
LSU. Right. Because Kentucky football matters 0, or else it would be Kentucky.
Yeah, right, with basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah. No, it's LSU, man.
LSU.
Because Mulkey, what happened with Mulkey was, she's the women's basketball coach at LSU. She has a kid on her team, or did, from Ukraine. She brought in a Russian player. The Ukrainian girl's dad fights in the war for Ukraine. She quit.
God.
And Mulkey didn't care. She's like, I don't know.
Sorry.
There you go with this dame over here.
Yeah.
Just grab more Reebs
Better
for
than
me.
the Post.
Yeah, better. God. That's the most Lane Kiffin. And then yesterday we learned Lane Kiffin. They're looking at Ole Miss. They're like
tight end, yeah. And they have to boot kids off the team.
Well, no, they were thinking that he maybe bugged Ole Miss.
Oh yeah, that too.
So I mean, it's just all very.
Well, the dudes they bring from the NFL that they were trying to. You have to kick guys off the team that have been working out.
He doesn't
and
care.
Be part of the team for the entire summer, and then leading up 1 week before. Hey, guy from the NFL, you're on the roster now.
Yeah. So find me a greasier combo of head coaches.
I don't think you can. That's impossible. And it fits perfectly with LSU. That's what they want. All right, their fans couldn't love them more. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, they don't care. They just want to win. Okay, I'm going to play some audio for you. And this is a woman by the name of Kwanzaa Jones. She is the new co-owner of the San Diego Padres. So they sold recently. And it was interesting that in the headlines of the sale, it was just the guy's name, and I don't even know his name. I'll get it.
Jose Feliciano?
Jose Feliciano, yeah. And he likes you to use his middle initial because of the famous Jose Feliciano. At any rate, his wife is a woman by the name of Kwanzaa Jones, and she came out guns a-blazing today at the press conference. So they've taken ownership of the team. Now, first I'm going to play for you the song that she played. Now, I want you to imagine a bunch of fat media people sitting around in a room waiting for this press conference. You know, look, they don't want to be there, but they got to cover it. And so they're just sitting around, probably playing on their phones, and then this starts.
Chest. You want it, you got it the best. For the faithful and not for the best. We do it, down for the brown and the gold. For the future and what's from the fold. This is about to explode. We do it. Let's go.
And by the way, she still has not come out yet. She's just, this is the hype.
This is just the build-up.
Yeah, this is. We gonna win. IEGOSANTIES. Okay, she still hasn't come out yet.
No.
Let's go.
Okay, we get it.
Are we gonna win or what?
So she wrote that. That's the owner who wrote that song.
She still hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, she's still not out. Yeah, and the media's now pissed off.
Just sitting there.
Okay, so here is what it sounded like. Here's part of it. This is part of what she said. This is what went viral today.
It was the guitar part. She walked out.
Yeah, she walked out there. And she's quite the personality. Her name is Kwanzaa Jones, and here is part of that press conference.
So you all may be wondering, how does this work? Like, not the mic, this work. Thank you, Jose and Eric and AJ and all of the Padres team and all of you all for being here. When Jose mentioned we are, I'm paraphrasing, thrilled and overjoyed and excited, maybe those were my words, he said it with a little bit more reserve. I cannot even express it. Like, it's very difficult for me to sit in my seat, but I'm going to stay here for just a minute because we've got to answer some questions. But I simply wanted to say thank you, because what happens, as you all know, and I say this often, no one succeeds alone. The Padres are not where we are. You see, now we're part of the family, so we get to say we. All those months when we couldn't quite say it yet, we're so excited now. We're not where we are without each other. We're not where we are without the leadership, without baseball operations, without the players, without the city, without the community, without the fans, without the front office, the back office, without the reporters and the press and the media. We need each other. And that's what Jose and I together have built a life on understanding that it is together. And when we are all in, and you all heard the song as we walked in, we are all in. It's not lip service. Just as when you do the work that you do, and you do the work you do, and all of you all do the work that you do, we take it as a baseline that in everything everyone does, you're all in. And for Padres, we are. And we are absolutely committed to this organization, and we are absolutely overjoyed. And we understand, if you heard it, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win and win it all. We hope it sooner rather than later. But again, I will keep it really pretty short. I do want to again thank not only the Padres team and organization that's here, I also want to thank some of our families and our friends and our family office and all the folks that work with us.
All right, so she's going to do some thank yous. But anyway, that's a little taste. We Gonna Win, that's her song. She yells, we gonna win. And now here's a little mashup of some of her other quips from today.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win and win it all. We hope it's sooner rather than later. We were saving up for a long time. We had a lot of dry powder, and we're like, you know what? This is the place. When we are all in, and you all heard the song as we walked in, we are all in. It's not lip service. I did ask. I was like, well, say it. Come on. You're going to come to the studio and put some vocals down. And he said, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, humbly asked to please add my middle initial so I'm not get confused with the singer.
Oh, right. Exactly. The closing actually occurred Friday afternoon.
Team is undefeated under ownership.
I'm just saying. We're going to get a jersey. And we even got to select our numbers. So I'm very, very excited about this. So the number that I selected was 00. I could have done one, like we're number one. But I did 00. And one of the reasons is because there are 0 limits that we have.
That's right. 0 limits. Stevie, did you hear that? 0 limits. So listen, she went viral. And a lot of people, of course, internet hates everything. They were giving her a lot of crap.
Right.
But I actually liked her. I thought it was fun. Now, I don't know if she's a fraud because we're skeptical of everything these days, right? We're skeptical of everything and everyone. And we think that someone's just going to act like that and then bend us over, we're conditioned to think that. But if you really peel that away, why aren't we loving a little pizzazz from a new sports owner? Why aren't we loving that? They're all a bunch of would you rather have that or Tom Dundon?
Right. We get mad when our owners don't care about the team, right? We're like, oh, this owner doesn't care. Exactly. She obviously cares.
No, she's all in.
Like she wants to win because we're gonna win. I don't know if you heard that, Rob. We're gonna win. She wants to win. So I'm with you. Everyone hates everything, so we're gonna get mad, and that's the most obvious thing. That once you heard her talk and watched her say things, everyone's gonna hate her. But yeah, I don't have a problem with her. It's a little over the top.
It was a little much.
Little much.
Spirited, but look, it's better than. Well, I just thank you for having me, and
I'm just trying to get the best deal at the Moda Center, and
yeah, right. It's all just a business deal.
And look, so she doesn't come across as like a sports person, right? Like she just seems like, oh yeah, I'm excited to be part of sports.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem with it. I would rather have that than someone that is very monotone and doesn't care. She cares and wants to actually win. So look, and it matters if you spend and you want to spend to win. Then you'll really like her.
Chances are she'll be a disaster.
Right.
And,
as most owners are.
And she's all show and no substance, and there will be scandal and the Padres will suck. But in the event that is not the case, why can't she be different? I'm willing to give her a shot and not roll my eyes.
If they actually do win,
yes, that will be
They will
amazing.
Go back to that press conference like, wow,
yes.
That was actually pretty cool.
Came in hot. Loved it. Little pizzazz. It's fantastic. She's got a lot of energy. What if she's refreshing and exciting and unique and committed and honest and fun and zany? Dare to dream. If I'm a Padres fan, I don't know how I would feel today, except, look, she's different. And she says she's all in, and that's all you can ask, right? So she probably has the greatest resume, I don't know about greatest, but the wildest resume for any sports owner. Like, if you were to say, of what you know of sports owners, whose resume is the wildest to date? Like, whose resume comes to mind? Like, they're all usually just like hedge fund guys, or
right,
started huge companies and sold them, or Jerry's an oil guy. I guess Ted Turner, kind of interesting, founded CNN. Like, who do you think of when you think of wild resumes for an owner? Like Cuban?
Yeah, because he's most down to earth owner. It seemed like.
So he started the online sports broadcasting and sold that for $1 gajillion. So
most of these owners they don't act like real people.
So here's what she's done. She won. So she and her husband are the new owners. She won amateur night at the Apollo. She went to Princeton, and she performed at the legendary Apollo Theater there and won amateur night. Years later, she ended up on their board. She was Miss Baltimore. She is a legitimate Billboard artist. You heard that song. Somebody asked on the text line, does that song low-key slap? I mean,
it's catchy for sure.
Catchy, that's a good word for it. She has a law degree. She has another graduate law-related degree. So a lot of people are going to give her crap because she's just a rich person who makes an album, right? It's like they're not very good, but they have the money, so they just do it. She legitimately has 9 Billboard charting songs, including a top 10. She taught at NYU. She was a court-appointed mediator in New York City civil court. So she basically went from beauty queen to Princeton to lawyer to mediator to professor to recording artist to investor and now Major League Baseball owner, which is kind of kick-ass.
Yeah. It's definitely a unique trail.
Apparently she climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. Not even kidding.
That's awesome.
And wrote an album about it. And she ran track in college. And music, a big part of her life. So
I'm all about it.
I'd never heard of her.
No.
Had you ever heard of her?
No.
Kwanzaa Jones is her name. But she's kind of awesome.
Yeah. I'm all about it. Because you usually
awesome.
get these stuffy old white dudes that suck.
Exactly. Imagine her and Stan Kroenke in the same room. Jesus. Well, anyway, she's the new owner of the Padres. Hopefully they win.
Well, they're going to win.
I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of her.
We're going to win, and we know it.
She likes the camera. Okay, coming up next. What do we have next? Oh, let's get back to our Lincoln Riley, Dan Lanning. Is there a low-key beef? Next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the SEC and the Big Ten have now officially passed a rule that will stop players returning from the NFL and then playing for one of the schools in those conferences. Any player who was declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw and then appeared on an NFL roster or signed a contract with a pro league can no longer be on an SEC or a Big Ten roster. The Big Ten was the first conference to do this, was unanimously passed by their athletic directors. The SEC then followed suit. One of the conferences that hasn't made a decision yet is the Pac-12, and Oregon State head coach Jamarcus Shepard. He said today that they are trying to work with running back Anthony Hankerson and his representatives to try to bring him back to Corvallis. Hankerson, running for over 1,000 yards last 2 seasons in Oregon State, was just waived by the Seattle Seahawks on Monday. Some good news for the Bengals and their wide receiver Jamar Chase. He was seen hyperextending his left knee in a kind of a gross-looking video. Looked really bad, but Chase says he is fine after doing that, and if there was a game on Wednesday, he would play. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan.
You know, the feedback is coming in hot and heavy on Kwanzaa here. Kwanzaa Jones. I'm going to read you some of these. Fan text line. Is she the Macho Man Randy Savage of baseball? Because this is a pro wrestling entrance and promo. Yeah, she kind of did. She did that. But you know, we're all doing bits now. That's Pat McAfee is
released a whole album.
Yeah, it's a whole thing now. You got to have. And she's a musician, you know, she's got to have her beats. Somebody else said, this has to be an AI-generated story, right? A guy with the same name as the singer of one of the most famous Christmas songs of all time is married to someone named Kwanzaa. Here's another one says, she's a handful for fake Joe Feliciano. Yeah, she's probably a handful. He seems to enjoy her, though.
She seems like a fun time.
Is this an episode of Parks and Rec? Somebody else, is this an SNL skit?
Is she drunk right now? Or?
Yeah, her number should be. Shut the up.
Whoa.
How about that? Kwanzaa would never bend us over, Rob. No, she's going to be on your side. As someone who grew up in San Diego and a Padres fan, this does not make me feel hopeful. Another one said, Padres fans' vibes are high. And she also bought partially because she hates the Dodgers owner, allegedly.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, we're going to be in Vegas with the San Diego people. The San Diego Sports Show is going to be down there with us. We'll ask them.
Well, you're a Padre fan.
I'm a huge Padre guy. Let me tell you something. The Padres, they got it cooking down there. If you have not been to a Padres game, look, I love baseball as much as anybody, but there are some cities that I would not travel to just to watch a baseball game. Right, just to go to, like, I'd go to Boston just to go to Fenway. I'd go to Wrigley, or Chicago just to go to Wrigley. But there are some, like Detroit, Cleveland. There's some that I'm just like, I'm not. I mean, if I'm there and I have time to go to a baseball game, the team's in town, let's do it. But San Diego, you should go to San Diego just to go to a baseball game. It is that awesome what they have done now at Petco Park. Petco Park is great. The setting is great. The stadium's amazing. Sort of the activities and the vibe around the stadium, and the fans are all sorts of fired up for their pods. Like it is. They have found something down there. I don't know. Maybe it's just that they have Tatis, and I don't know. They've been pretty good the last couple of years, but dude, they got it cooking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you should go to a game down there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I do wonder what it is, because there was a while where they weren't. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't like a fun watch.
100%.
And now it's completely flipped.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I went to Petco Park when they first opened it. It was cool, but kind of sterile.
Yeah.
Team wasn't that great. That was back, I think it was back when they were kind of flirting with those blue uniforms. And I was like, what are they doing? Like, who are the Padres? And then, they brought the brown and yellow back. And just what they have going on around the stadium, it's hard to describe. It's just really, really, really fun. Of course, the weather helps. The setting helps. The team helps. It all helps, but it's just been a great couple years.
Because if you flip a game on, especially at the end of the game, if it's close, I mean, those fans are always super into it.
Yeah. They pack that place.
Yeah.
And so it's a vibe. I like Kwanzaa. Let's do it. Okay, so I was looking into Lincoln Riley and why he said at Big Ten Media Day, he was asked, the Big Ten coach most likely to steal your drink at a bar, he says Dan Lanning. Do you have the audio? We could play that one more time.
Which Big Ten coach is most likely to steal your drink at the bar?
God. Who's yours?
Lanning.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Okay.
So I was like, why would he say that? Well, to your point, I mean, he did just follow what the host guy was saying. But I looked into this, and apparently we may have low-key Lincoln Riley, Dan Lanning beef. Because, and it's probably just recruiting crap.
Right.
These coaches get all...
Because Oregon kind of gets all the good guys now.
Well, yeah. I mean, isn't that it? Like, USC used to dominate. Oregon's
the new USC.
Like, if USC should hate anyone, it's Oregon.
Right. They took everything from them.
They changed
they changed the game.
The whole landscape changed because largely, at least out west, a lot of it had to do with Oregon. So I guess Lincoln Riley. Now, do you remember the whole thing where Dan Lanning jumped in the swimming pool with the recruit?
Yes. Yeah, took his shirt off.
Yeah. Look, that didn't age well because that recruit ended up decommitting.
Right. Didn't go to Oregon.
So there was a kid by the name of Mark Bowman. He was a 4-star tight end. Now, I missed this. I don't know. You may remember this. I missed it. But last year, he committed to USC. And so when he announced it, Lincoln Riley and USC sort of trolled Oregon and Dan Lanning because they put on their social media, they posted a clip from Anchorman where Will Ferrell cannonballs into a pool. And, of course, that is a direct shot at Dan Lanning jumping into the pool for the recruit that he didn't get. And that was, I think, Richard Wesley. He was a defensive end. So he jumps into the pool, and Wesley, I don't even know where he is, but he decommitted from Oregon. So I guess it goes back to that. That's all I could find.
He's at Texas, by the way.
Who?
Richard Wesley.
Oh, he's at Texas.
He's a Texas guy.
But that's all I could find about. So that probably didn't make Dan. I mean, like, Dan Lanning would never say it, but I guarantee he would be low key pissed about that, right?
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, like come on.
Because recruiting's his thing, and
you're
making fun of him.
I mean, but yes, and you should shut up, USC. Like, you got to win something before you start trolling. You know, like that bothers me a little bit. I didn't know they did that. And Lincoln Riley does not seem like a unlikable guy. I don't think he's way down on the list of hateable coaches. But if he starts stirring it up with Oregon just because he's butthurt about losing commits, dude, win before you start talking X.
That's what's making him unlikable is that he makes all this money. And I mean, when he was signed, I was one of them as well. Like,
I thought he was a great
right.
fit.
We all thought this was like talking about perfect fits. We talked about LSU and Lane Kiffin. Lincoln Riley and USC seemed like an absolutely home run hire. And it has not turned out to be that at all. In fact, the exact opposite of that. So that's what makes him unlikable is like, man, this guy was supposed to be, the young wonder kid offensive guru. He goes to USC and hasn't really turned it into anything yet. And now he's losing out on recruits. And so that's the unlikable part. And then he's coming after people. Just do better at your job.
Yeah. So I thought that was a little out of character. And then he said, Dan Lanning would steal his drink at the bar. Again.
I think he was following the host.
Yeah. Not a huge deal, but Dan Lanning chose Jed Fish for that, and Brett Bielema. Jed Fish gets me hot. The other questions they were asked by these dumb, it's the Big Ten Media Day stupid bits they got to do. One of the questions was, which Big Ten coach is most likely to run into a burning building to save a dog? And Dan Lanning chose?
No idea.
Whittingham.
Okay.
Kyle Whittingham.
He seems like a stand-up dude.
Yeah, which is a compliment.
Right, that's a big compliment.
And he also said, they asked him which Big Ten coach could outswim a shark. which is, I mean, what are we
Pat
doing?
Fitzgerald.
Lanning said Lincoln Riley.
Oh.
Because he seemed like a West Coast guy who looks like he can swim. So, also a dumb question.
Matt Rule.
But do you think, here's what I was going to ask. Matt Rule. You know, he looks pretty good. He's lost a lot of weight.
I don't think he could swim away from a shark.
He's on that Charles Barkley plan.
The Ozempic plan?
Yes. USC. Okay, so we were talking about the Browns earlier in the show.
Yeah. They stink.
There's just something about the Browns that even if greatness goes there, they will fail.
Right.
Like there's institutional...
It's like the Jets.
Yes, but they've had more success than the Browns.
Right. I mean,
Mark Sanchez went to a couple
AFC title games.
Yeah, I mean, Rex Ryan had some success there. Like the Browns, even when they're good, they suck.
Right.
So is USC like that? Because we all thought Lincoln Riley, that's a great hire. That's going to be Lincoln Riley should not fail at USC.
Right.
Like that is so weird. And it's not that he's failed yet, but he has not been gangbusters there, and he's had to switch some things around. We'll give him this year. Maybe it pops. But is there something in the water institutionally that no matter how good you are, when you go to the Browns organization or you go to USC, you are swimming upstream. Like there's probably other examples of this, other franchises that are like this. Like I think of this about Wisconsin quarterback play. Like they could get who's the best college quarterback right now? Dante Moore.
Right.
They could get Dante Moore to Wisconsin and he would suck.
I would say this. I would say you could probably say that about Indiana football before Cignetti got there.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like how would they have been successful at all? Because one, Indiana's in the Big Ten, great football conference, no tradition. All they care about is basketball. Like they care zero about football. But then Cignetti got there, they started buying in, and
all it takes is one coach.
All it takes is one. Like it has. I mean, yes, Cignetti may be the best coach in all of college football, and maybe a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. Probably is, and is one of one. But it might just have to take that type of guy. So, look, I think your theory is right that it just normal players and even really good players are going to fail with the Cleveland Browns. But if you do find that guy, I can't just imagine they're just going to fail no matter what. Because Indiana football was literally nothing. It was the laughing stock of everything.
There's something going on at USC. Because remember...
so are
Pete Carroll was like their fifth choice back in the day.
Right.
Like they have a great history.
Want him. Yeah.
They didn't want Pete Carroll. And Pete Carroll, just absolutely blew it out of the water for them.
So do you think Lincoln Riley cannot get it together?
Since Pete Carroll, they have done nothing. Nobody can do anything. And that doesn't mean you can't win 8 or 9 games. But there is something in the water. I don't know. I think Lincoln Riley is a great example of a guy who was the right hire, and he's still not succeeding, and I don't know that it's all his fault. I mean, he certainly has to take some of the blame, and he probably will. He'll probably eventually get fired if he doesn't turn it around.
Right.
But is it all his fault? I don't know. I just think there's things that are immeasurables that we don't see in programs, in franchises, that maybe it's this. Maybe it's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Maybe it's too many meddlers. They always say that about Tennessee football.
Yeah.
That there's way too many boosters too close to making decisions, and it gets muddled and it gets hairy, and you got to please this guy. And
it's the expectations too. Like going back to Matt Rule in Nebraska.
That.
Like Nebraska fans think that they should be competing for Big Ten titles every year. Well, that's probably not the case with Nebraska with the way that college football is nowadays. You're probably not going to do that in a place where you are. So Matt Rule can be fine. He can win 7 games, but they're all going to hate him because he's not winning 10 games a year.
I don't know. Do you think, somebody asked if Lincoln Riley had a time machine, does he stay at Oklahoma? I think he does.
Well, wasn't the whole reason he got out of Oklahoma because they were in the SEC?
Well, probably. But I think that USC looks really enticing until you get there.
Right, but going to the Pac-12, I think, looked a lot enticing too, not having to play SEC defenses.
Yeah, and payday.
So, yeah, I think... I mean, in hindsight, yeah, I think he probably says I'd rather stay at Oklahoma.
I mean,
because he'd have Caleb Williams still there. Like they had that thing rolling.
It would just be
that thing was rolling at Oklahoma.
It would be interesting to hear his
truth serum on what he would actually
the truth
say.
serum on what really how hard it is to win at USC.
Because I wonder if it's USC or if it's the Big Ten.
Well, it also may be the recruiting profile. Recruiting has changed so much.
Right.
And they used to just dominate because they just had more recruits down there. Now it's everybody recruits nationally. So maybe that's just it. It's just the old USC is just never going to be because the recruiting profile has shifted. Teams like Oregon, everybody's coming into LA to take kids.
Everybody.
So maybe it's just as simple as that. I don't know.
But he shouldn't be butthurt at Dan Lanning, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think there's low-key beef there. Because you also have the USC leaving.
Well, because Lanning is what Lincoln Riley was 5 years ago. Right? Like, everyone loves Dan Lanning. They're talking about how he's the best coach in the nation. He's going to, if he does leave us to the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what Lincoln Riley was.
Yeah, he was.
When Lincoln Riley took over at Oklahoma, it's like, oh, man, this is the best coach in all of America. If he leaves, he's going to the Cowboys. Like, that's the eventual landing spot for Lincoln Riley. Now it's like USC hopes he takes an NFL job because he can get out of there, or takes another college job so he gets out of there. They don't have to pay him anymore.
Yeah. So Riley, jealous of Lanning.
Yes.
Lanning doesn't.
Lanning doesn't care.
He doesn't care, but you're taking shots at him. He's like, "What the hell's that? I'm
Lanning,
beating you. I'm beating you
Lanning's
on the field.
Lanning's not afraid to take a shot back too.
I'm beating you on the field and in recruiting. So, and you're taking shots. So that pisses him off.
Yes.
But he's not going to say it out, in public.
No. I mean, we've heard all the clips of think back to the Colorado game, and in the locker room what he was talking about. It's just like, yeah, he hears things. He hears everything, and he talks about it. He does not like it.
Yeah, we got to get that. What do you call the Oregon, the pregame videos that they put out?
Oh,
Ducks versus them.
Ducks versus them.
That one for USC is going to be good.
Yeah, especially when they just whoop them in USC.
Yeah, be careful. Might be a tough game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. USC better. I mean, they should be better this year, shouldn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they bring back Mayava.
He's one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the country. They have an offensive line, although they already lost their center.
Yeah.
But their offensive line, most of them are back. The run game's good. You know who they have as their defensive coordinator? I think he's their defensive coordinator.
It's Patterson.
Yeah, Gary Patterson. Isn't that wild?
Seems like a weird, yeah.
That's a weird fit. And isn't he ancient? Is he alive?
Alive or dead? Gary Patterson.
Alive.
But alive in coaching.
They have the schedule, so they play Oregon and Ohio State, but they get them both at home.
Yeah.
So USC,
they have an opportunity this year. The schedule makes it out so like they have tough opponents, but they get some of those opponents at home.
The other thing about Lincoln Riley, we'll have to get to this tomorrow. I'll put it in my notes. His record crossing time zones,
I don't think he's won.
It is atrocious.
I think he's 0 wins crossing time zones at USC.
Yeah, I'll get the number for tomorrow. But what is that? Like, that's a thing, too. So, anyway, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go. What is that?
That's what you just said.
What is that?
I hate this team.
We're just going to go with the fact that Lanning and Lincoln Riley hate each other, and we'll create fake beef. And when Lanning comes on this year, we'll ask him about it.
We'll find out at Ducks versus them. If Oregon beats USC, we'll find out if that's fake beef or real beef.
Oh, yeah. All right. Direction I want to go next, you ask. We have a new CTE study.
Oh.
And I will tell you the results of that. Kind of interesting. Next.
The Fan.
I'm a baller. We've reached the point of the baseball season where the Royals have some guy named Rave batting 8th. And he looks exactly like you would think. God, I hate this team.
I hate this team.
Baseball is funny like that.
Boy, it is.
I mean, you just get guys you will never see again.
Well, and you got so many teams that's like playing for nothing.
Right.
Just playing it out.
That's why the American League is so weird this year. It's like the Mariners are still in it, but they're really far down in the standings. Like, there's still a lot of teams that could technically have a shot.
Aren't they 3 out?
Yeah, they're 3 out, but there's like 5 teams in between them, 5 or 6 teams in between them.
Yeah, I mean, they're terrible, but they're 3 out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're still in it.
It's
like,
true. There's actually not that many teams.
Right, like this year is a little different, like in the American League at least.
I saw
so the Royals just suck so bad that they're not one of those teams.
What I think is funny is that the Astros fired their GM, and they're in first place.
I know, but they suck so bad. They're like, dude.
How many first place teams?
I actually respect that.
How many first place teams fire their GM? That shows you how bad the AL West is.
But I respect that because a lot of teams will just hold on to guys if they have any, just like I'm glad the Blazers didn't bring back Thiago Splitter for making the playoffs. He's not a great coach.
Well, they shouldn't have brought back Joe Cronin.
Right. Exactly. Like, I would have respected that more, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the Astros, they underperformed this season. Even if they win the AL West, it wasn't a good win of the division. So fire the GM.
Yeah, it's smart.
I actually respect.
Yeah,
it a lot.
They're winning the division, and they still think their GM sucks.
Right.
That's how bad the division.
They have high expectations. They expect to be really good, and they weren't.
And Jim Crane is the owner. He's taking over now.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's going to be their GM. While they search for a replacement.
Now that I don't know if I agree with.
What could possibly go
wrong?
Yeah,
that part I don't agree with, but the other part, fire the guy even if you make the playoffs.
So I know the Mariners won last night. I think Cal Raleigh hit 3 bombs.
Yeah, I saw some numbers where he's actually hitting the ball better.
Yeah, see, like if he wakes up, watch out.
He's actually making contact with the baseball, which is great.
So this is a little dated, but Bryce Miller. So they lost 22-0 in Bryce Miller's second to last start. And then they lost, I think, 19-2. Or maybe it was 17-2. Yeah, like 17-0 maybe. I remember the final score in his last start. So I read this little blurb that Bryce Miller is the 4th pitcher in Major League Baseball history to lose consecutive starts by 17 or more runs. You have to go all the way back to the 1890 Brooklyn Wonders. The Brooklyn Wonders to find the last pitcher that did that. So things are going great. But they did win last night, and Cal Raleigh hit 3 home runs. So maybe they'll... Who knows? They still have time. There's still a month.
So the last 15 games, Cal Raleigh's only struck out 12 times. Only 12 strikeouts, 12 walks in that span.
Okay.
Now, 4 homers, but 3 were all from last night. So, the power's still not there, but he's at least, not striking out every time and starting to see the ball a little bit better, it seems like.
But isn't that a good sign? It's 3 in a game? I mean, that's pretty encouraging.
That's what I'm saying, is that it's...
Although that Baez kid for the Cardinals hit 3 in his first 3 at-bats, and he hasn't done crap since. You see that? He's batting like 120. He's like Cal Raleigh. How
cool of a start to your career is that? And then it's just like, what if the guy never makes it back next year? Like, what if that was his only moment?
Well,
he never hits another homer in the majors again, but he gets 3 in his debut in the first 3 at bats.
Well, he can hold on to that. Tell his grandkids.
First pitch he ever saw in the majors, jacked. That's awesome.
But Grandpa, what was your batting average?
Don't worry about it. I hit 3 homers in one game, bro.
110. So I mentioned a CTE study. Oh, this is pretty wild. We'll have to keep this in the notes, talk about this with the Big Zucchini when he gets back. Let's see if I can find it here on The Fan. Sports. God, do I love sports. Okay, so it says at least 1 in 4 NFL players who died between 2016 and 2021 have the degenerative brain disease known as CTE, a new study has revealed. 1 in 4. The study was published Tuesday by the British Medical Journal, focused on how common CTE might be among NFL players. What it found is that of 878 players who appeared in at least one NFL game and died in that 6-year period, 25% had CTE. Now, as you know, most of you probably know this, CTE can only be diagnosed posthumously, so you have to die first. So most research has depended on brains donated by players or their families. So this study drew on samples donated between 2008 and 2021, 93% of which had been diagnosed with CTE. Then narrowed the sample based on when donations were highest and factored in demographic data and information from death certificates. So the estimate then is 25%. That's low end. The maximum possible prevalence of CTE in current players is 97%, but they're saying the true rate is probably somewhere in between those. But that is wild to think that right now, when you watch an NFL game, pretty much half of the players on the field have CTE.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying.
And that doesn't even, that's just the NFL guys. That doesn't account college players.
That's true.
Right? I mean, there's so many college players that play. We were talking FCS. Like, think about the levels below the FBS level. Like, there are a ton of college players that never make it to the NFL, even high school players. Like, the numbers are staggering. And basically, it's just like, dude, if you play football at any type of high level, you are more than likely going to get CTE, which is one of the scariest things you could think of.
Seems like 50-50 chance.
Yeah, man. That's
and they
brutal.
still don't know enough.
And they don't know.
Still studying. So the NFLPA said in a statement, this study is a sobering reminder that football carries real risks, and those risks can have lasting consequences for players and their families. It also reinforces one of the NFLPA's core priorities, improving player safety and supporting players throughout their lives, both during and after their careers. These findings should serve as a call to action across the entire football ecosystem. We all share a responsibility to advance research, improve access to care, develop better treatments, and support those affected by the long-term impacts of the game. Yeah, well, get on it.
Yeah, actually do something that shows that.
Peeps be dying.
That's the thing. It's actually do something that shows that you support them.
Yeah,
there hasn't been a lot.
What they're hoping, the researchers of this study are hoping to have next is a study that can better estimate the overall rate of CTE in all NFL players at the time of their death,
right.
not when they're playing, but at the time of their death. So they're making a lot of progress on this.
It is a scary thought.
And I know Suk has signed up to donate his brain.
Yeah.
When he passes. So it's wild. I'm glad I didn't play football.
Me too.
Football hurt. I was like, man, this is kind of stupid. I hate this.
I never played football, so I played 0 years of football.
Like, it sucks.
I can't imagine it feels good.
I mean, it's kind of fun to watch, but why would you
It's
ever
a lot of
play
fun to watch. That's the dumbest part, Rob, is like, and it makes me feel a little bad. Like, knowing that 50-50 shot of 50% of the guys on the field are going to get hurt and probably going to die from this and, go crazy afterwards. But I enjoy watching the sport,
Well, I mean, you don't have to play. At this point, I feel worse for the people of the past that had no idea.
Right.
Now,
they really didn't care. Like, nobody cared about it. The leagues didn't care. The players didn't. Nobody cared.
Yeah. And now you can make your own choices.
Right.
With your kiddies. Or you might just toughen them up,
Just rub some dirt on it.
Let's go. Get in there.
Rub dirt.
All right, we got to go. We're moving on to the club. We've got why a weatherman went viral and what is or is not cheating. Next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Big Ten and the SEC conferences have passed a rule that will stop players returning from the NFL to play for rosters in one of their schools in that conference. So any player who has been declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw, or a player that appeared on a roster has signed a contract with a pro league, cannot play for a Big Ten or SEC school. Big Ten's athletic directors, they unanimously approved this rule. They were the first conference to get it done. The SEC then followed suit and approved it as well. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase, he says he is fine after hyperextending his left knee during practice today. Speaking of some of those players, Oregon State head coach DeMarcus Shepard, he said today that they are trying to work with former Beav Anthony Hankerson and his reps to bring him to Corvallis. Hankerson has ran for over 1,000 yards the last 2 seasons for the Beavs, just got waived by the Seattle Seahawks on Monday. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Giving away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah, now.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my.
I like that you're here.
I love the 2012-5.
A 2012-5 upset. Yeah, so there's a 2012...
It's actually pretty neat.
Hee magic done.
Yeah! Caitlin Clark is wild.
Oh, baby. Wonderful. It's marvelous.
How about that, boo-boo?
It's time for
Something to the ball.
Take that for data.
105.1 and 1080, The Fan. Who-wee.
Got my Michelob Ultra joints.
All right. Well, we eulogized the great Dolly Parton in our first seggy, the opening segment today. Now, Brad Boxberger is out. Dolly Parton is in as the namesake of the Prattle, so it will now henceforth be called the Parton Prattle when we open the show, our first segment where we just, prattle.
Or we just talk.
Yeah. We like to ease into the show like a hot bath.
It is weird, I will say, when you and Suk first segment start talking about sports.
I know.
I don't know that anybody likes it.
Yeah, we always get a lot of comments when that happens.
Right.
But sometimes it happens.
Hot sports talk.
Yeah, what is this?
There was a stretch where we were doing Portland Fire talk for a while.
That's right.
That was a fun bit.
Yeah, the Prattle, you never know what you're going to get in the Prattle.
You don't.
The Parton Prattle. But we had a good segment on her, the first seggy, so if you want to check that out, anywhere you get your podcast, you can podcast our show if you want to go back and listen to that. So I don't want to spend too much time on Dolly here because we did a good 15, 20 minutes on her.
Like, we did the whole prattle.
American legend.
Right.
Like, we talked about her up tops, her amazing...
Her top 10 most famous up tops in the world.
Yeah, and they put...
they put her number 4, ChatGPT did.
Yeah, but who do they have number 1?
Pam Anderson.
Yeah. I would argue that Dolly's most famous, but...
I think you laid out a good argument that Dolly was the reason Pam Anderson could exist.
Yeah. No, Dolly was... Yeah. Well, I'll just repeat what I said in the first hour. Make it quick. Look, I think that outside of all of the amazing things about Dolly Parton, and she was everything. She was the quintessential female role model. I mean, seriously, like, she was the best. Absolutely the best. Smart, classy, multi-talented, business savvy, tough, sexy. She had it all. But it is probably just my age range, but she was the first woman whose boobies were all out in the open. Like, they weren't, I mean, she never geared down. She never got naked. She was in Playboy, but she was not nude. She was the first woman who would throw her up tops around, but was also classy. Like, you thought, at least as a young boy at my age back then in the 70s and 80s and around that time, you either had to be one or the other. You were just you were slutty and naked, or you were clothed. And Dolly was mostly clothed, but boy, did she use those big balloons in her favor. She knew how to flaunt those things. And it was like, you could easily say, nah, there's not much there. She's just using her boobs. No. She's like an American legend. But she also, so she taught young men like me, young boys, that you could flaunt the up tops and still be classy.
Not only did she teach the young boys like you, she taught the young women as well.
She sure did.
She taught other women that they can do
it as well. She sure did. And she was awesome. She was an absolute badass. But what if she's not dead?
Isn't she?
Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Have you thought about that yet? So I want to play something. I played this in the first hour. It's worth playing if you didn't hear it. Because I thought, just as pretty much everything Dolly Parton did, she was very thoughtful about. She was very thoughtful about her own death. Because it was all orchestrated. He says it in here. But she had this guy post about 2-minute message to her fans on her social media upon her passing. And I'm going to play it if I can find it. There it is. I will play it for you. It's only about, like I said, it's about 2 minutes. I thought it was a really, really good, if there is such a thing as a good way to go out, I thought it was a good way to go out. Short, sweet, to the point. This is her head of security. I think he's a member of the family. He describes it in there, but he's just a bald guy standing in front of a black background, and this is how we found out that Dolly passed.
Hey everyone, my name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, sister, sis, Aunt Granny to one generation, and Gigi to the next. This video announcement is something Dolly asked of me years ago, before I fully absorbed it as a future reality. As her head of security for more than 2 decades, a role my father Larry held before me, I have imagined the heaviness of this moment, but haven't truly felt it until now. It is an honor that is mixed with absolute pride and great sadness. But sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light, and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. I first went on the road with Dolly as a kid, getting a taste of the road life in the early 1980s. Dolly opened doors not just for me, but for her entire family to reach the potential we didn't even know was possible. Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family whether you liked it or not. Our family and the team she has entrusted with her legacy will work diligently to ensure her spirit will live with us forever. Dolly was a farmer, just like her daddy. He farmed the soil, she farmed songs and happiness. Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, Aunt Granny, Gigi. May God bless Dolly Parton, and may God bless you all. She will always love you.
I thought that was great. I mean, it was not overly sad, even though it kind of got me there at the end. It's what she wanted, and it was well stated. Like it was just well written, to the point. And then, of course, the "I Will Always Love You" at the end. That was her song. Everybody thinks it's Whitney Houston, but it was her. I just thought that was really cool tribute and a way to announce the passing of an icon.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and he even said like she reached out to him a couple years ago to talk about this and to do this. So, and for him to do that and do it in an elegant way, like you said,
it's cool.
Just to support her, you could tell that there was a genuine respect there between her and that guy and the family and all that. So you'd love to see that.
Dolly. But seriously, what if she's not dead? What if it's like the greatest bit of all time? You know, everybody's doing bits. Everybody's doing bits.
I tell you what, that is I don't know if people are ready for that bit.
Would
Fake death bits?
Yeah. Would that? Okay, let's just pretend she's not dead. She goes away for a year.
I think people would be mad.
She comes back at I don't know, the Super Bowl halftime show or something. Something huge.
She performs at the halftime show.
And it's really her.
Oh my God.
How do you think that would go down? Do you think people...
I think people are mad.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Because
they're
people
pissed.
are mourning. Yeah, because people are mourning, and then if it
or
was
would it be the greatest bit of ever times in the world, on Earth?
I think both. Can it be both? God. The taco shells, can it be both?
God, if she had the balls to do that.
Who would have the balls to do that?
Well, I just don't think Dolly would do that.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. Yeah, he'd be like cryogenically frozen.
Right.
And come back.
I could see it. I honestly think he might be the right answer. Who's most likely to fake a death and then come back?
Well, wouldn't it be somebody more like
Tom Brady?
We always thought, that's actually floated around there about Norm Macdonald. Because
that's true. A comedian.
That's
you're
just
right.
like him to do something like that, although he really died.
No.
But I think a lot of people were like, well, maybe he's doing a bit. I don't think Dolly would do that.
Dolly's too classy.
R.I.P. She was the best. And the gays loved her. I mean, she was an icon with the gays. All right.
We should have done it for the gays.
I've got some Weatherman audio here.
Yes.
Now, this is wild.
I love it.
I have questions.
He has answers. He explains
it.
I put it in there.
But my question is really more about, well, let me play it, and then we'll talk about it. But this guy, do you even know what city? Where are they?
I don't know that, but I do know his name is Patrick Osborne.
He's a meteorologist.
I could Google real quick here.
And he was on the air the other day. This went viral. He was on the air the other day, and
he is in Maine.
Maine. Okay, he could not stop laughing.
And resulting in the chance for some heavier precipitation, a few bands of storms in some spots. We gotta finish up this weather right now. I'm so sorry, I'm losing my mind over here. Plenty of those 70s, some low 80s, and spots on Monday. I can have this scream.
Oh my God!
This happened before. Oh, jeez. All right, let me get it together real quick. I'm so sorry. Dew points will be falling off. This is what rainfall's looking like. Let's just throw it to the 7 days. Oh my gosh. 70s and low 80s for Linares coastal spots. Different story, a little cooler. Low to the 70s. Josh, please take it.
What happened to professionalism, Patrick?
God. What is it?
The giggles are really funny, by the way.
What? That's my question. Like, he's doing a bit, right? Like, that's not real. He's really laughing.
Have you ever had? But you've had that. You've
That's
had that.
real?
Because he can't breathe. He's not breathing.
Well,
haven't you had where you just laugh uncontrollably? And
yes,
you just can't breathe?
But I can't talk.
Right, I don't even make noises.
He's doing the... And why so high? Why is it a screech?
You are right, because if I get on a laughing attack, I don't make noises. I literally just make the face, and I'm laughing.
Die.
And I can't breathe. He is...
He sounds like Beaker. Anyway,
he does sound like Beaker.
That is the weirdest.
I don't think it was a bit.
I don't think so either. But
although it would be a great bit.
Well, I just don't think you could. Those would be hard to fake, wouldn't they?
Right.
Like we already get a bunch of fake laughs. Like it's
and it seemed genuine.
Yeah, he was really.
I will say he tried to get through the segment. He tried. He tried, but
okay.
Couldn't do it.
So they had him back on for an explanation.
What indeed? Okay, so oh my goodness. Kudos to you for trying to keep going. Let's get the 7 day. So what happened? What set you off?
So it was actually something that I was trying to prank Josh on that kind of backfired. We were Zoe, our producer, and I were making fun of Josh during the middle of our commercial break. He was yapping away about whatever he was talking about. Okay. And Zoe made the Charlie Brown kind of wah 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 sound.
Yeah, sure.
On the phone. Gotcha. On the phone.
Okay, yeah.
And so I pulled it up on a video in the Weather Center. Thought it was a 5-second video, quick sound just to egg Josh on a little bit. Yep. Turned out it was one of those hour-long compilations where it just periodically plays it every couple of minutes.
Okay.
And so I didn't realize that. I go do my live, forecast after a minute and a half of not hearing anything, and then 20 seconds in, we start getting the Charlie Brown wah 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 sound. And I tried to get through it. Josh had to leave the studio. I was able to contain myself, but when he came back and we heard it one more time, we just started losing it, and the rest is history, as they say.
Now, this is another question. Is that really that funny?
See, that's why I think it's real, because it's really not that funny. And that's when I've had laughing attacks, it's over the dumbest stuff.
Yeah, it's more of a vibe and a mood.
Right, and so I feel like that's what it was. Like, it was so dumb that just caught him off guard.
Yeah, and then you can't stop.
Right.
Once you get rolling,
that's the reason why I actually believe the guy.
Oh, no, I think it's real.
Because if he came up with something like that was really funny that we all started, I'm like, yeah, I don't know that I believe him.
Yeah. Yeah, the laugh attack is wild. I haven't had one in a long time. It's because I'm very sad.
A lot of people hating this on the text.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, they don't want to play. They don't want us to play it again. But because they're saying that, we're now going to play it again.
I legitimately think it's hilarious.
It is funny. Well, I just have never heard anything like that. It's just...
Yeah, I mean...
As wild as it
my
comes.
initial thought.
What is that?
What is that?
What even is that?
What is that?
A lot of people think he's really high, which is possible.
That is possible.
Yeah. I mean, come on. He's a weatherman in Maine.
What else are you doing?
Yeah.
If you're not getting high on
Guaranteed
TV.
He was baked.
But yeah, the sad part is you're right, is that it makes it seem like people are doing bits all the time. You can't believe anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like your initial thought is like, I don't believe this guy.
We don't even believe Dolly's dead.
You don't.
I mean, there's a possibility.
You think Norm Macdonald's alive?
No,
that is the ultimate bit.
Has anybody seen his body?
That's the ultimate bit. Fake death. You should do that.
Somebody's right, though. The fake Dolly death, it would backfire big time because everyone's about to now dump a bunch of money into her charities and stuff. Like, she had a lot of it. Yeah, and so people are going to load up.
That would be a problem.
She's like, oh, sorry, guys. Thanks for all the money, though.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Nah.
I need to see dong.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about something called cheating. Cheating on your spouse. What is or isn't cheating? There's something called micro cheating now, where it's little things. Is it really? Is it not? What category does it fall in? We'll get to that next.
from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Big Ten Conference was the first, and then the SEC followed, but those conferences have passed a rule that will stop players returning from the NFL from playing back at one of their schools in those conferences. So any player who was declared for the NFL draft and did not withdraw, who appeared on an NFL roster or signed a contract with Pro League, cannot be on a Big Ten or an SEC roster going forward. The Big Ten did it first, and all their ADs unanimously approved this rule. While it has not been passed yet in the Pac-12, and Oregon State head coach Jamarcus Shepard said today that they are trying to work with former running back Anthony Hankerson and his reps to try to bring him back to Corvallis. Hankerson has ran for over 1,000 yards the last 2 seasons for the Beavs, just got waived by the Seattle Seahawks on Monday. Scary moment at Bengals practice today. Jamar Chase hyperextended his left knee, had to leave practice, but he says he is fine after that, and if there were a game tomorrow, he would definitely be playing. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Do I or don't I have content? Always. We always have content.
You always have content.
Always. It may not be good, but...
There'll be something.
We're not going to do dead air.
Now, that would be weird. You just go dead air.
Moment of silence for Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
For the last
today is the day you actually can pull it off.
Yeah. Although, how long is the standard moment of silence?
2.5 seconds.
Really? Oh, no, it's longer than that, isn't it?
Oh, I was just thinking what I did first break today. Yeah, you're right. 10 seconds. Yeah,
like
when they say it
event? At a game.
Yeah. 10 seconds, probably.
It always gets a little weird when it...
It does get a little weird when it goes longer.
Brother.
That's how I feel.
Would you like the top 10 Googled slang terms in Florida?
Those guys are total losers.
Yes.
Would you like that? Do you want that?
Wait, the top 10 slang terms in Florida?
In your life? No, top 10 Googled slang terms in Florida. Not
Googled.
even the top 10
I was like,
terms.
do they have their own slang words?
Well, Floridians are weird, you know that.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay.
So they're Googling some weird stuff. Let's learn together. Now you're a millennial. You know the slang.
I know millennial slang. Yeah.
You're hip to the kids. Yeah, like what's millennial slang?
Well, we always said like that's sick.
Sick. Yeah, you say that. Dope.
Yeah, I don't say dope very much. I actually still say that's sick to a lot of things. Sick.
Yeah, I hear you say that all the time. You sound very street sometimes.
Well,
pretty baller. You guys were YOLO, weren't you?
I was a little after YOLO.
YOLO.
Sick, hella was a big one for us.
Totes.
Like that's hella sick.
Hella sick.
Like that was a big one. Everyone would say hella all the time.
Such a beating.
Well, what were your guys's?
We had like...
You guys didn't have any.
Chill,
yeah.
We had whoa.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Watch this, Boom.
It's actually a good. It's actually a good question. Were we the original broers? Did we bro? What's up, bro?
Because we didn't bro very often.
Yeah, you guys didn't.
We would say dude. Like I still say dude all the time. What's up, dude? So we would dude people.
Oh no, we had dude, but way before you.
Oh,
come on, man! Don't try to steal dude.
We had Balla. What up, Balla?
Balla. Cray. I'm a baller. You guys do cray?
Cray? No.
Sorry, not sorry.
We didn't really shorten the words. Awesome is another one that we used all the time. Awesome.
Awesome. Tubular.
Sick. Sick is the main.
Oh, you know what we were great at? And I hate it. Gen Xers, slang-wise. Whatever. Whatever,
bro.
Exactly. Talk to the hand. We also thought things were weak. That's weak.
There's also some that people use all the time. I mean, I guess it's not really slang. It's just words that we use that are now canceled.
Like what?
Like
Same
the
on
R
the
word.
Oh, yeah.
The F word.
Yeah.
Those are words that people use all the time.
So the top 10 searched slang terms in Florida are bird, which means... Do you know what that means?
Bird? No, I don't.
Someone acting foolishly in relationships.
Ah.
Like taking back an unfaithful partner. Lacking common sense.
I only know a couple of the slang terms now that the kids use.
Has low standards.
Bird.
Well, yeah, like what are your kids saying a lot these days? What are they, 11 and 7?
Yeah, 11 and 7. My 11-year-old says bet all the time. Like you say, hey, do you want to play video games?
That means
bet.
yes.
Yes,
yeah.
that's bet. He will say cap instead of lying. Like that's cap. That's false. That's cap.
Why? Where does that come from?
I don't know. But that's cap. He says a lot. He will say bro. He says bro all the time. Him and his friends always say bro or bruh.
Bro and bruh.
What up, bro? Hey, bro. Chat. My youngest says chat.
And that means
he'll say dubs in the chat.
Okay, what does that... Dubs in the chat. Meaning?
Like when people live stream, they're like, oh, you want me to do this? Put a dub in the chat. That's what it is. That's what it's from. Like people live stream them playing video games or whatever. And they're like, oh, I'll do this. Put a W in the chat. Put a dub in the chat and I'll do it. And then everyone just puts a dub.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
God, I'm scared.
My 7-year-old's scary when he says it.
Cool.
So bird means like you have low standards. You stay with a guy who's disrespectful. Number 9 is bop, a person with many sexual partners. Whoa, you're a bop. Are you a bop?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, like you bop around from person to person. That makes sense. Unk, short for uncle.
Right.
Torta,
Sucka.
a way to describe an overweight, chubby, or curvy woman. A torta.
Whoa.
God.
I thought that was just butter hog. Oh. Whoa, sorry.
That's our slang.
That's
show
good.
slang. Now, we have show slang. The show slang is different than the kids.
What is that?
What's that? What's that?
You kept asking what does put a dub in the chat mean? As YouTube says, yeah, it means put a W in the chat. That's exactly what it means.
But why? Why do you do that?
I don't know.
What is the point?
But that's what it means.
Put a dub in the chat. Does that mean you like what you're seeing when?
Yeah, like you want to see it. You want to see that.
Okay, so torta, a way to describe an overweight, chubby woman.
I don't like that.
I don't like
that. Seems
that either.
gross.
It's awful.
That seems really mean.
Chopped. Anything ugly, undesirable, unattractive is chopped. Looking very rough. Cap.
Yeah.
That's one you said. So it's a lie. Foid, short for femoid, a blend of female and humanoid. A derogatory and misogynistic slang term for women, used to express resentment, insult them, and reduce individuals to objects.
Jeez, Florida's just trying to be mean to women.
Yeah. These kids.
Respect women, guys.
LARPing, a synonym to poser, fraud, or tryhard, is a LARP. Someone who pretends to be something they are not, faking a lifestyle, acting for attention. Ooh, chud. You know what that means?
I'm not actually I looked it up and forgot what it meant because I believe someone called me one in the YouTube chat.
A chud?
Yeah.
Really? Why would they call you a chud?
I don't know.
You're not a chud.
There's a couple of people that do not like me.
A fool, troll, or jerk. And you're none of those three.
Could be.
Well, you're kind of a fool, but you're not.
And a troll.
You're not a troll.
I try not to be.
I don't think you are.
I try to be as honest as possible. I feel like trolls are liars. Like they just say things to make you mad. I try not to do that.
Who's like the biggest troll you know? Or no, the biggest troll at the fan.
At the fan?
Do we have trolls on the air? Because I mean, sports radio is like designed.
It's full of them.
It's designed for trolls.
Yeah.
I try not to troll. Maybe I'm a troll. Am I a troll?
No.
That wasn't very.
No, I don't think you're a troll.
I don't think
because you don't say things to just make people mad.
I don't think we have a lot of trolls.
No, I don't think that we do.
Thankfully.
Yeah, because Danny and Patrick really aren't. Brandon and Dirt, not really. I mean, sometimes you say things just to make the other host mad.
Well, yeah.
Right.
That's kind of.
So trolling. Is that kind of trolling?
Yeah.
Like when I co-host with Patrick, I feel like Patrick trolls me and just says things that he knows is going to make me mad.
Well, that's part of performing.
That's a man.
Yeah, you got to get your co-host fired up. Got to do it somehow. Got to get ratings somehow. Got to get somebody to go off. And number 1 is 6'7".
Still?
Yeah. Literally no meaning to it.
Literally none.
But it's still the number 1. It's the number 1 Googled slang term in Florida.
That's been over for years. By months, I mean.
Yeah, it has. My nieces told me that last time I saw them, which was like Christmas.